Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis Cocker, and with me tonight I have Stu Woolley and Mark Langridge will be joining us. We have just witnessed the craziest football match I ever seen, I feel like, right now. My pulse is about 200, not good for an old man. We had the game in our hands. We were up 1-0, 2-1 at halftime. Lot of goals, a lot of attacking threat from Man United. We did everything. We tried to score, but Bournemouth is a brilliant team when it comes to combat the intensity, power, counter-attacking force. And we got punished time after time. It will cost us, yes, it will cost us 2 points. We should have had 3 points and sit solidly in fifth place, but fate wanted it another way. The game ended 4-4. There will be so much to talk about. All the goals. Should Semenyo have had a red card on the choke? Casemiro misses next game. So many goals. What happened to our defensive play? Ruben Amorim played a 4-4-2 in the last 30 minutes. You know, he would never change, not even the Pope. But he changed his way. So what is going on? A lot of talk about. A lot of people have tuned in. Guys, girls, Stu, I, and Mark will be back after the intro. So see you all in a second. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody is in the house. We have Mark with this beautiful new background. We have Stu Woolley back in his old house. And Jarvis.
Woo!
Wow,
Between homes, it's doing my fucking Sweden, I tell you.
Well, first of all, what the hell did we just witness? You know, I'm shaking. Mark.
I loved it. I loved it.
It was old school, wasn't it, Stu?
Fucking brilliant game of football. It's kind of, as football fans, this is exactly what we want. And I know that people aren't happy. I can see in the chat there's a lot of unhappiness in the chat. But guys, we've been calling out for Amorim to do something different. He does. We've been calling for the players to show something, to show some pride, passion. They have. And we're still moaning. God, let's just enjoy what football's about. And tonight, I absolutely loved it. I mean, Jarvis's charity match ended up in penalty kicks. So they drew the match. And that's what football's about. Coming away, thinking you should have won, analysing it. But yet, fuck me, four goals. And some of the Bournemouth goals, in fact, probably all of them, were absolutely top draw. The way that Bournemouth played, the way that they cut us apart. The two Lamont saves at the end in injury time were also top. Yeah, this is a really, really good standard of football. We know we've got issues with defence. We know we've got issues with attack still because we can't fucking score for toffee. After time, we had, 17, 18 chances in the first half, and we scored two of the scrappiest goals we're likely to score this season. We really are. But the game itself, I thought the ref let it flow quite nicely. There was very little, if any, VAR interruption. And the atmosphere was alive. Jarvis, you're right. We ended up 4-4-2, which was all 4-1, 4-1, whatever way you want to put it.
I think it ended 4-2-4.
It might have been a 4-2-4, yeah, because he bought Minor one for a reason with Casemiro being out. Looks like Maine is going to play the 6 rather than Garte. I'm guessing that's the way I read it. But Villa will be doing this. Fucking hell, we got Villa Sunday, haven't we? Is it Sunday?
Yeah,
Sunday or Monday or whatever. Villa are going to be doing this. Newcastle will be doing this as well because we were so open. We're desperate to get either Maguire back, or we're desperate to get De Ligt back. I know Young Heaven's going to have a few, people are going to have a pop at him, but I'm going to spring to his defence a little bit tonight when we start analysing the goals. I'm not going to defend him. I'm just going to explain what I think went through his mind at the time. But all in all, I'm absolutely buzzing. I've seen a brilliant game of football. My lads, at the game, and he started, fuck me, what it's fucking great. The atmosphere is fucking brilliant. The Cantonars were coming out. The Amarins were coming out. I don't think we could beat them.
Was coming out.
Yeah, I don't think we can beat chaps. If I'm being brutally honest, I know I'm going to get absolute pelters tonight. I know I am, but I just don't. I just don't see a reason to be negative tonight. I really don't.
Stu, I have so much negativity to give. When it comes from a tactical point of view, how we set up our defense, how our transitional defense is set up. I've talked about it many of times, and we will go into it again and again, because when you push up too high and the opposition team start running at you, you are in big trouble. We can see it again and again. And I've been talking about this. It's all about the balance, but the balance was off even today. But I'm not going to sit here to be negative. I'm just joking. I think we did quite well. From an attacking point of view, this is what we want to see. We would hear Old Trafford. We want to hear the shouts: attack, 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 and we could hear it all the time. And I think we did everything we could to win the game, but it was just one of those nights. So I'm not going to be negative. No, not at all. But that first half, we got to start somewhere. Or Mark, would you have like a sum up of how you saw the game before we start to go into it?
The way I could sum up the game is it felt like Amarin had put as many formations in a hat for the players to pull out, and we're going to play all of them at some point in the game. Because I think you saw in the chat when I was talking to Johnny, it's like the left-hand side seemed to be playing a different formation to the right-hand side. We seem to be overloading one side of the pitch, which, funny enough, we get counted on the other side of the pitch because that's where the pass out is. We took our chances. But again, it's not really the strikers. I know Cunha got his goal in the end, but he was more luck from judgment for the defender cut out their pass to Ahmad because it wasn't meant for him. So, but that's the kind of luck Cunha probably needs at the moment. But yeah, as you said, nearly all the goals we gave them to him. So it doesn't matter if you start in the first or the second. The goals came from the same aspect. It was either if they pressed high on us, we could counter them and score, which we pretty much did, or we got the free kick. But if we pressed them, they would counter us, and they did, because we all know what happens. As you just said a minute ago, we press too high with too many players, and it leaves you sort of 4 on 3 at the back, and that's how they countered us. But each goal it felt like was a different formation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The reason it was conceded was someone was either out of position, or the formation had been tweaked slightly depending if Semenyo was on the left or Semenyo was on the right. I felt especially after both Amarin's the embargoed and the non-embargo press conference, where he's talking about a special player, and then in the embargo says it is Semenyo he's talking about. I think he catered for shutting him out the game, and by doubling up, it enabled, as we all worry about 9 times out of 10, someone to run off the back of Bruno and make the extra man coming through midfield.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I see we have a lot of chats coming in, super chats coming in. We have already 3 super chats. We have a lot of people coming in early with super chats. So we got to address them, and then we can start with the game. I know it's late, so we got to be careful with the time. First super chat coming in is from Grace. Thank you so much, Grace, coming in with a £2 super chat saying, didn't do Dalot look particularly beautiful today? And I think Dalot had a brilliant game today. He was I don't know what it was, a reincarnation of a wing back. Today I think him and Mount played beautiful, especially in that first half. How they found each other, everything clicked. on those two
Jarvis,
guys.
before you go any further on that, that's where you saw in the chat, I said the left-hand side seems to be playing 4-4-2. He played left back, Mount played left wing. And it was great. Dalot only had to worry about making a flat back for finding his pass to Mount.
And overlap every time Mason Mount.
It was that simple.
Mm. But you know, the timing of it all, just to be a little bit specific, you know, when it comes to the timing, Mason Mount's timing is immense every time. How he waits, you know, you wait with the space in front of you, and when you receive the ball, then you use the space, and you know that's why everything clicked. It was like a dynamic every time. You know, he waited, he had the space in front of him, he received the ball, dragged the ball with him, and Dalot came around on the outside on the overlap, and you know, it was a brilliant dynamic, I must say, and almost like we used to see in the old times, you know, with the fullback and the winger at Man United in the 4-4-2. So I agree with you. I think you are spot on with what you're saying. But thank you so much, Grace, for that super chat. We have another one coming in from I am Titanium Bilal with a £2 super chat. Say, Stu, can I have some what you're smoking?
I say the game as I see it. I always do and I always will. You're in the situation tonight, guys. I'm going to tell you it is straight. You ask, and you ask. You get, you receive, and you receive, and it still isn't good enough.
No, Stu, I think we're a prime example. I'm going to love the attacking play from both sides. You're going to go, what the fuck is the defence doing for both teams?
That is the problem. We've been asking, and we're in change.
And I will talk about the balance.
But he's changed. He changed, and we're still having a go. What more do we want?
I call it media bias. I think a lot of you have been poisoned by the media and certain other channels putting out their clickbait because you're asking for the changes, and Stu's spot on. He made changes. He even made a lineup change, which we've been calling for, and it's still not good enough. Or maybe we're not good enough in certain aspects.
Well, maybe that's okay. But I know we conceded 4 goals, by the way, and I get it. You know, I understand that, but a couple of the goals were pretty decent. They took them really well. The finishes, in particular, were very well executed. And I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with us drawing 4 apiece in this game, because I've seen more from the team that I've seen in the past 18 months. You know, with the way that we're trying to adapt, the way we're trying to do things. So we conceded 4 goals, guys. So what? It happens. Yeah,
it's only bad if we don't score 4, right, Stu? If we lose 4-3, it's bad. 4-all, it ain't great, but it's not a loss.
But no. Like I say, I thought it was. I really thoroughly enjoyed the game, and you know, and that for me is what it's all about. I really, really enjoyed it. I would love to have played in it, actually. I'd have been.
Am I right in thinking we still moved up anyway? We've gone into 6th.
I think we've gone into 6th, yeah. I think
so everyone going on, we missed a chance to move up. We only would have moved up 1 extra place by winning, and we would have needed to score 6 goals to go level with them on goal difference. So, you know, we tried to get the goals tonight, but we didn't. You know, we still moved up 1 space. 6th, almost moving into Christmas, but now we're going to have a weakened team.
Yeah, well,
so he needed to change stuff tonight. He needed to try new stuff, because as from tomorrow morning, we don't have Mbumo. We don't have Ahmad. Mazraoui's already gone. Things need to change, and it ain't going to be pretty.
Yeah, we're on 6th, same as Palace, same as Liverpool, same as Sunderland.
Guys, we have more super chats. Let's just address the super chats and we can get going with the content of the show. So 21st Century Vampire coming in with the 500 rupee super chat, coming in and say, we definitely in full Christmas spirit today. I saw 11 Santa Clauses with our red and white kit. Disappointed, but totally entertained. Big up, guys. So yeah, I think that's the right way to see it. You know, I think we all feel a little bit of a disappointment, but we should have won it. But definitely entertained. You know, can we be entertained? And, you know, Noradin always talk about there is a way to win a game and there is a way to lose a game. And, you know, and there is a way to draw a game. And you know, that's why I can't sit here and be disappointed. 21st Century Vampire, thank you so much for the super chat, 500 rupees. You are a legend. Thank you for the donation. We have a membership chat coming in, members for month from Belal. He say, I want Ruben out. So Belal is not having it today. He's not happy with how Ruben Amorim set up his team. And we also have Grace Sheridan with another super chat coming in and say, unless we have a sitting 3-2 or a 2-3 rest defense, there will always be space to exploit for other teams, especially in the middle. Yes, yep. And this been the thing I've been talking about all the time. I think the rest defense, the transition defense, or whatever you want to call it, this is where the problem lies in this Ruben Amorim.
And who's the player missing from that rest defense? Come on, chat. Before we start talking about it, you should all know who the one player and why we don't have that rest defense, which is integral to the formation. There's one player who misses out of that.
Anyone?
We have 4 out of 5 players at all times.
It's not Trevor. No. It's not Tom.
Definitely not Trevor.
No.
Definitely ain't.
It's not boxing.
Grace has got it.
Grace? Yes, yep. Grace got it. But
I could have made a clip every 5 minutes, Jarvis. You know, if I was sat with you, we would have been clipping every 5 minutes where he opened up the midfield tonight. He plays some amazing football on the ball. He's also cost us at least 2 of the goals by giving the ball away with a horrendous first touch and a bad pass.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. But anyway, everybody, thank you for the donations. You are legends, all of you. Supporting the channel. But let's get into it. We are here to discuss football. Let's first of all bring up the tactical board, and we can look at the overall picture of what we saw. We can start with the first half, and I can tell you what I saw from the game. So Bournemouth started in the usual. I would almost call it a 4-3-3, but it was something like a 4-2-3-1, and we went into our usual shape, the 3-4-2-1 formation. But we had some tweaks today, and we talked about it a little bit. Defensively, we saw Dalot drop down, and we almost played with the back 4 even from the get-go. Mount was keeping his width, and Ahmad was a little bit higher than Mount. I would say almost something like this. And Bruno was in behind them. So, it was a weird shape. On one side, it was a 4-4-2. And then on the other side with Ahmad and Bumo, we kept the 4-3-2-1, the 3-4-2-1 formation. But it gave us width on both sides. And he managed to stretch out, because Bournemouth, they are really aggressive. So when let's, for example, say Mount had the ball here, they commit a lot of men to that side, and it leaves openings on the other side. So what we did especially good in the first 25 minutes, we shift play. We played from one side to the other side a lot of the times, and why this happened for me when I saw this Bournemouth team was because of the 3 forwards, I would say. I don't know if it's Kluivert, Semenyo, or Evan Nilsson, or if it's Jimenez, Semenyo, and Evan Nilsson. But Iraola, he only left 3 midfielders. And when you push from one side, you have 3 midfielders pushing, you automatically leave a gap on the other side. And we exploited this, and they used too long of a time to get that 4th man into that midfield. So us coming in with full pace, switching play from one side to the other side over and over again, we stretch Bournemouth, and it's tough for us to attack against a compact team. We saw it against Everton, for example. But when it's open, when the spaces, we have runners, we have people who like to move, who like to run in behind, and I think we manage everything really well from the beginning. But they had an injury early on. Adams was injured, so Scott came into that midfield, and I would say after 25 minutes, he made a shift. He puts Semenyo on the right, Jimenez on the left, but he moved Jimenez straight down into that midfield and Kluivert a little deeper. So it was almost like a 4-4-2 with Semenyo on the right hand side and Evan Nilsson in the other side, and they were more compact centrally. So this was how I saw Areola stopping this Man United switching play all the time. So I don't know, guys, if you saw this, but Stu, what's your take?
Scott was the key element. Scott was the missing key to the way that Bournemouth have been playing recently. And when he came on,
maybe it was more of a diamond. Yeah, okay.
He made a change because he dropped deep and he played that 6 to perfection. He was big, he was strong, he was very powerful. He was aggressive in aerial challenge. He was aggressive in foot races, aggressive in tackles, and it made. Because the weakest link, and he's an excellent fullback, by the way, Truffert. I thought he was superb tonight. As much as Ahmad and Mbeumo gave him problems, his going forward ability, his passing ability, his pace was fantastic. He had a real tough 25 minutes. Scott comes on, and the whole picture changes. The whole balance of the game changes, and he became pivotal to the way that Bournemouth played. Interestingly for us,
but he came in after 6 minutes too. But they struggled the first 25, I would say.
It was after 8, wasn't it?
But it was the 3 up front who didn't come into the midfield 3 and connected and make it a 4. I think that was the biggest. Because
he wanted to push Evan Nilsson. He wanted to push Evan Nilsson on against Heaven, and you'll see that in the first goal. It's quite clear the way that Amrin wanted Heaven to play, and the way that Areola was trying to push Evan Nilsson up the pitch. That's why you were having that drag. So I felt a bit sorry for Adams, really. I thought he did, he started okay. But there were always, the first 20, 25 minutes, we were always going to overpower them. But I think it was about 10 minutes in, they got in, Truffert got in on the left-hand side, decent cross, and they should have done something with it. The interesting thing for me, at no point did I think Bournemouth would absolutely capitulate. And it was quite telling, really, the body language of Areola on the sidelines when they went 1-0 down, when they were under all sorts of pressure before they got it back to 1 apiece. It looked like it was just another game of football to him. And that's brilliant to see from a manager. If players are huffing and puffing, they're not quite sure where they should be, not quite sure what's happening. You look over and see your gaffer there just standing and saying, hey, don't even panic, don't even worry about it. We will have our moment in this game. As soon as they had their moment, bang, that's it. Semenyo gets in. We'll talk about that goal in a minute. Great finish, brilliant finish. And then that kind of unshackled Semenyo and unshackled Evan Nilsson, because Semenyo then played from left to right, left to right, left to right. He played the whole pitch brilliantly today. Very, very powerful. Very strong. Really like Semenyo. I thought he was absolutely brilliant tonight. So for me,
it's interesting what you say about their manager, because I regularly say that teams let us have the ball because they know they'll get it off and their chances will come. And I'm listening to you now, and actually you're not saying that, but you exactly what I would want as a player. I know my chance is going to come. Just stay calm, because they're going to misplace the pass and we'll be in.
Yeah, he was hugely. It resonated a lot with me. I've seen it before, not with a lot of managers, but I've seen it before. And you just look at him. There was no panic. There was nothing. His facial expression didn't change. And he, whatever he said at half time, they came out within, 3 minutes. They turned the game on its head. We were then chasing the game. So I think you're right, Jarvis, in the way that we had a lot of space on the right. If I was Truffert, when I got in at half time, I would have gone absolutely fucking up the wall, gone ballistic. Because the first issues.
I can show you what I mean, because the pictures was quite clear. If you for example look at this instance, you see the 3 Bournemouth midfielders. They push over to the ball because the ball is on this side, and there will be a space over on the other side, as you clearly see here. And as soon as we let me remove this. As soon as we shift the play, they struggle. And you see the 3 forwards on Bournemouth not coming into the midfield 3 and connect. So it is a space on one side or
Jarvis,
another.
before you do that, the ball is Dallo in the middle. Dalot is in the middle. He's inverted
Yep.
in, so now he's not wide. I can tell because of the yellow boots. That's got to be Dalot on the ball, right?
Dalot or Mount.
That's Mount, that is, isn't it?
Or was it
Yeah,
Casemiro?
but another again. I can show you. You see the three attackers for Bournemouth up here, and you have three midfielders, and the ball is on this side. All three of them pushing over, and you have a huge gap on the other side. It's clear as day, and see it again. Three Bournemouth attackers high up the pitch. You have three central midfielders and a huge gap on this side. And what do? We switch play over to that side. So
and Jarvis, you know when we were talking about
exploited how Bournemouth set up the team, and Iraola changed this up after 25 minutes and moved one guy into this. So that's
so
just
we
how
spoke about Semenyo. That's why me and Stu were like, no, he doesn't work. Although he makes all these spatial runs here in that space, he doesn't track back. He doesn't start in a defensive position because he's a wide forward that can play left or right. He would never suit our system as going in as a wing back.
No.
He has not 1 ounce of defensive contribution. There was even one where he got back in that position, didn't even make a tackle, and Dalot ran away from him. Sorry, Dalot. Ahmad ran away from him.
Ahmad, yeah. Well, I think we was quite clever against this Bournemouth team, and we exploited. I talked about this, switching play, and I missed this. We haven't seen much of switching play from one side to the other side. We did that really well in the first couple of games, and then we stopped, and now we reverted back to it. So I think this is one of the keys for us and our attack when we go forward. I haven't, with my manners, I'm very rude to a lot of the guys in the chat. Sorry, I haven't brought it up and said hi to you. I see a lot of Jorge, Oliver Venezuela, Trevor Wade, big up Trevor. DJ Superfly guy is also here. Fred the Red, big up. Boxing, Straight Talk, big up Boxing, good to see you. So many of you have tuned in.
He's gone, Boxing us.
Oh, Boxing has gone. Big up Boxing.
He's
Hope
not
you're
happy.
well.
Yeah, he's not happy tonight.
No, well, none of us are happy, but we are here just to analyze the game, and I will try to leave the emotions out of it because, I have like what's the name? Ambivalent? No, strange feeling. I'm happy in a way, but I'm so disappointed in another way. It's.
I'm sound. I am. I really am sound. Do you know what? We should have lost that game 5-4. Then what would have been the reaction then if Lamont hadn't saved Brooks' header? By the way, Brooks' header was fucking.
Yeah, we could have lost.
We lost again twice. Brooks got in twice in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, when he cut in as well, and he got his two hands. To be honest, he mishit. He didn't put it into. If he put it in the corner, I don't think Lemons gets the hands across because he was rushing out. But yeah.
But still, again, good save. So we could have been on the end of a 5-4. Loss, and we haven't. It's worth bearing in mind the 8 minutes of injury time. We hardly crossed the line. We didn't get into the half hardly.
Yeah.
No, that pissed me off. So he threw attacking players on and didn't leave anyone up, and all we're doing is hoofing the ball out from our box, and they still kept 3 or 4 back. So we should have had someone up top, and we should have had someone in midfield to, do you know what I mean? Play it long, knock it down, and hope. A move for a corner flag. Worst case scenario, just dribble it out wide.
Yeah.
Do something. Yeah. Try and maybe way across the pitch or do something with it. Yeah.
But after the 21st minute mark, I sent. We have a group chat. Stu, Mark, me, and a couple of other guys. But I said I'm worried. Will we keep this up?
Yeah.
And something happened with the momentum. Iraola, because of this midfield 3, made a couple of adjustments, and they looked better, and they came better into the game because Bournemouth had a game plan. They were going to be aggressive. They were going to target Casemiro. We tried to play out from the back a couple of times. We did quite well, but they target Casemiro. They were ready for him, and it was one time I think it was Aiden Heaven who played a sloppy pass to Casemiro. Yeah. And they could have scored. So again, their game plan was clear, and and they kept the momentum, they kept the intensity, and they had many chances even in the first half, and after we felt that we dominated at the beginning. So again, why do you guys think we drop off a little bit? Is it because we don't have the stamina to continue the intensity, or?
I didn't think we were being that intense. I said that in the chat. I didn't think like we were having to work hard to counter them. It felt like it was a battle of mistakes rather than a battle of superb play. Do you know what I mean? It was someone gave the ball away and we went fast in the final third. We didn't really do that many box-to-box sprints or quick, intricate play. Because like you said, we were moving the ball quick from side to side. But that means the players are pretty much standing still at that point to do that, and then we put it in the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, intensity is a real problem and has been for 5, 6, 7 years. This is not a Ruben Amorim thing. I think you either are an athlete or you're not. And there are plenty of footballers out there who are great at 5-a-side, can't play 11-a-side, and vice versa. Because it's a different kind of thing. And those ones who are the athletes are the ones we're looking to bring in. Cunha is an example of that. You know, he runs all game full steam ahead. Mason Mount is starting to get back there. Sesko came on, done his bit.
He did all right, Sesko, didn't he? To be fair,
for coming back from a knee injury, yeah.
Okay, thought he did all right.
But we know Casemiro can't run, so you can't leave him exposed. At no point can you leave him to, like you just said, if you're going to play out from the back, there's going to be a player on his backside and there's going to be a player pressing him to turn the way they want him to turn. Shutting off the left or the right turn with the ball. But that can't happen if Bruno's a bit further back and if our 10s then invert inwards more narrow and create the triangles and the diamonds. And 9 times out of 10 is, correct me if you're wrong, especially in the chat, I feel like they're still just looking for the long ball. They bounce it into Casemiro, but he's making more of a dummy run back towards, and sometimes get caught. Oh, fuck me, the ball's at my feet. Do you know what I mean? When actually they should have been playing someone else. But I don't know what other people think.
I agree with you. I think it was a game of mistakes, but they're always the best games.
Yeah.
They create jeopardy. Football's about jeopardy. It isn't about going and wiping the floor with teams every week. It doesn't happen. Those days are over. You know, when we were winning, the Premier League R13, we would be wiping the floor with teams. Those days don't exist anymore. Ipswich Town, when we beat 9-0, that team doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Bournemouth,
you get one in a blue moon now, don't you? A team once a season maybe gets an absolute tonking.
Bournemouth coming and rolling over at Old Trafford doesn't happen anymore. Nor does Sunderland, nor does Fulham. No team comes over and rolls over anywhere. Nobody. Not a team in the Premier League. Even Wolves could have beat or should have got a draw against Arsenal. Didn't. They got 2 own goals. West Ham have come from nowhere to start, at least surviving in games. This is what happens, with elite football teams.
Yeah.
And what we're doing at the time, today during the game after 25 minutes, Bournemouth were always going to come into the game. They're too good a team to stay out of it. They beat us 3-0 last year. 3 fucking 0, guys. We forget that. We finished, 16th, 17th in the Premier League last year? And
they were on for the hat trick. They were literally on for 3-0 victories at Old Trafford in a row.
So none of that happened tonight. Or what happened was we took the lead twice and we threw the game, and we drew the game. Bournemouth took the lead once and drew the game. That's ultimately what's happened. But it was a game of mistakes. You're absolutely right. There was times where the ball was popping off our knee, dropping to one of them, and it was coming off their shin, coming to one of ours. And then when we did try and play it, you've got players slowing the game down in the final third. There was a time on 99 minutes when we pushed the ball out to Ahmad and he stops.
Yeah, and that does that every week.
He stops the ball. Right.
Can I just say something quick? I just want to thank Cass for the raid. We are 240 people watching at the moment. So thank you so much, Cass. You are a legend. Thank
Cheers,
you. And
Cass.
if you're around, Cass, if you're not doing something on Never Foul or anything, if you're around, jump on. You know, I want your opinion on this too. So big up. Thank you so much, Cass. And guys, girls, please do us a favor, smash the
Yes.
like and subscribe if this is your first time on the Tactical Devils. But as I see now, a lot of people are not happy with how we are doing things. The defensive plays is not good enough. You know, we conceded 4 goals on Old Trafford, but I must say our attacking plays is starting to look good. You know, the attacking patterns are really starting to look good. You know, and I think we can build on this. There's something to build on, because I've been super critical to Amrim in a lot of ways. I said I lost faith in his way, but you know, games like this gives me a little bit of hope, something to look forward to, and the attacking patterns are really well. And you know, we got to remember we have 2 teenagers playing in defense, and we have Bruno opening up, you know, going as a madman, and an aging Casemiro shielding the teenagers in behind. So for us, you know, conceding goals, it's the biggest problem, but at least we are scoring goals. Mark, you are in a striker.
Yeah.
You know, after a game ending,
We haven't got any
4-4,
strikers that score.
well, we do have. We have Cunha, but you know, for me, I think we lack a little bit of clinicality in front of goal.
Well, it was
do you
a
think it
game
will be
of 2
better when
halves,
we?
Jarvis. It was a game of 2 halves, and that word clinical is what separated Bournemouth and 2 of their goals to ours. Okay, first goal, Cunha goes for the header. It's poor marking. I'm sure Stu will pick up on that when we do it. You know, and Ahmad does everything to, you know, nod it over the line with a power header from 1 yard. You know, but then look at the rest of the goals. It was more luck than judgment. I said in my preview, Casemiro will be our only threat from set pieces. I was right. Their goals, touch and finish. We don't touch and finish. We don't touch. We try we just try swinging our foot at it. And again, how many shots from outside the box when there was runners going in? We can't find that penetrating pass that a striker of any sort would want. But what I would say is I would love to play with Cunha as a strike partner. I would love it, because his movement constantly around the box, a pest. Stu's worst nightmare. He's on the left centre back. He's on the right centre back. He's coming deep. He's going long. You just don't know what to do. And I'm gonna say it early before we get any further. I thought, you know, Mbeumo probably should have been pulled off at half time. For the last 3 or 4 games, he's been abysmal in his movement, in what we saw before. But he started well in the first half. He tried the acrobatic one, and I was like, just diving header, just throw your head at it. Not trying to volley it. You know, exactly like he put that one in the top corner against I can't remember who it was, but you know, the cross from Ahmad where he just nods it straight in the near Tottenham. So we're making runs, but again, Mason Mount's the only one who makes those penetrating runs to pull the defence back. And today you made a really good point. He played out on the left to create that big space. And what he does so well, which we need Ahmad to start doing, is he never stands still. So he might go all the way out there, not even be marked, but he's not. He comes back, he'll step inside, then he'll move backwards again. So he's just sort of like almost having a dance on the pitch, you know, to you, to me, over here. So the defender's got to keep checking him. And then the next thing you know, he's popped up in the middle of that space, totally unmarked. So the patterns are there, but the runs aren't. And it's that final bit. I always feel like since I'm under Amorim, we're sorting the defence out, which maybe we haven't done that quite as well, but it is young at the moment. We're sort of sorting the midfield out a little bit. Same mistakes keep happening, but Casemiro's definitely got his role down. He's definitely screening the central centre back in a free. The wing backs are sort of getting it, but not the defensive side, but where they need to be. So now we've got the final bit, that attacking phase of someone's got to run into the box. If someone doesn't go in the box, it's really easy to defend, because Stu will tell you he doesn't. If someone's running backwards or going to make a penetrating run, he has to drop. But all the time, no one runs in behind. He can stand there, and I've got an offside line. My arms are just going to come up with me, offside. You know.
Yeah. The thing that I noticed about our strikers is we snatch at everything.
Yeah.
Every time the ball comes, we snatch at it. We're not methodical. We don't think about what we're going to do. We don't take that touch. Evan Nielsen's strike, little touch, left foot, bang. One touch off the right, left foot, bang.
And he even got head up, looked, head back down on the ball, hit the corner.
Because he knew exactly where Lemons was. I'm going to catch Lemons completely off guard. He won't be expecting that. He'll expect me to travel into the box. I'm not doing it. I don't think he even caught it right, did he? As he kind of soft-footed it. I don't think
it had a little bobble to it, didn't he? But sometimes when you're disguising it, that as long as it's in the corner, you don't care.
Yeah, it was an absolute brilliant goal. Semenyo, bang. That is a real difficult finish from there to go across goal. And don't forget, it's actually sliding, it's actually curving
away from goal.
So, things like that are absolutely really, really good. So for me, we snatched, and Boomer should have made it 3-3 on 65 minutes, wherever we blast over the bar. Should have been top corner. But he snatched at it again. Ahmad snatched at a couple. I know there's a couple of last-ditch tackles. I thought, funnily enough, I thought Bournemouth centre-halves weren't bad. To be honest,
one on Ahmad where he stepped between the two players and he just knew to get to the ground and block the shot. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah. So things like that happen. If Ahmad had thought about it, he would have gone top corner high, but he didn't. He decided to drill it. So look, when you're bearing down on goal, you've got a second to consider your effort and how you're going to do it. It's difficult, especially at that level. It's difficult, but we aren't clinical, and we snatch, in my opinion, and we've got to stop that snatching.
We're also kind of, what I will say, and I saw this a couple of times on the pitch, if the ball came in from the left, they were berating Ahmad. Why are you not at the back post? He's not getting in there, which is, I don't get it, because we may criticise him for his defensive nature. He doesn't get back. So really, that's where you want to be. But when you did that, you scored. You scored that tap-in header. So why are you not there every time? I don't get it.
The same on defence, isn't it? Because the centre half, he should have scored Johnny Bournemouth before Semenyo scored.
Yes.
Ahmad was caught ball watching. He tried to get across too late then, because he's coming in that way, defenders going that way. So defenders always going to have the power, and he's going to push you out the way at the same time as heading the ball. Real bad defending 101, really. Schoolboy in many ways, 101.
Yeah.
But that's what you're talking about. You're talking about backstick.
Yeah.
Attacking, backstick, defending. Those are your two areas of concern.
Well, and all you tell the player is, where I want you to score, I want you to get in there. And when you're defending, that's your place to defend, because you already know that's where you've got to get to. So really, I don't care where you are on the pitch, get to the corner of the 6-yard box. Yeah? Do you see what I mean? If a ball's on the opposite side of the pitch, get to the corner of the 6-yard box. Whether you can score or you can just ping it back across the goal, hard and low, great.
Yeah, no, totally agree. But he's not doing that. We've had 5 gifted memberships.
Whoa! Wow.
21st Century Vampires.
Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. We have 5 new members, and guys, girls, if you didn't receive a membership, you can be a member on the channel for only as little as £1.99 a month. So you will be a donator and a supporter of the channel and help us grow into the sky of YouTube. Trafford Elite received a membership. We have Broderick, big up Broderick. I hope you're good. Received a membership. Daniel Brain and DJ Prof and Cash Shivam received a member. Yeah. So thank you everybody, and don't forget to give a low heart or a thank you in the chat to 21st Century Vampire. for all the support and donations. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. I want to talk about one instance that happened in the game, and maybe we can have a quick look at it. I don't know if you remember this, but the Dallo, I talked about this. The what do you call it, Stu? You go in mid-air and just.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like when players do it. It's just a little nudge, but what it does, it can really affect the opposing player's landing.
You can break your neck. To be honest.
Harry Kane does it all the time. I think it's fucking terrible. I do.
So you see here, Semenyo going down. I think this is a dirty one from Dallo. He has no chance on the ball. Just look at him. He doesn't even jump. He just goes directly into Semenyo and takes him down. And this wasn't the first time. On Semenyo's goal, this happened before. He won the header, and then they won the ball higher up the pitch. So again, he reacted harshly. He reacted strongly. Was it okay to react in a way like that, or should the referee have done something else?
I think so, Stu.
So if it happened to me,
if it happened to me many a time,
I'd have smashed Dallo in the face if he'd done it to me. I think moving forward, it should be an instant red card to anybody who does that challenge. An instant red card, you're gone. I think it's terrible.
What I will say, Stu, in his defence, is look where he is. He couldn't really not make contact. No matter what he does there, he could not make contact.
Well, I'll tell you what he could do. If you go back, he could have done it in the middle of his back.
That would have
not underneath his arse, because he did it underneath his arse, Mark. As you well know, it's going to flip you over.
But what I will also say is enough strikers do the complete same thing where they lean forward like that.
They do, and you go
over the top, and that will break your neck.
Yeah, again, it's to me, it should be an instant sending off. You can break your arm badly. I mean, you could snap your arm backwards. You could snap your neck. You could get paralyzed if you land on your head. It could kill you. The consequences of a challenge like that are horrific. So for me, it's an instant red card any day of the week, and I don't care who it is. Diego Maradona could have done it, Jarvis. It's an instant red card for me. Because
we did that, he might not have handled the ball.
Yeah, true. But one day, somebody will get seriously hurt.
Not one day. It happened in Norway, the Norwegian Premier League. We have one guy called Dagfinn Eneli. He landed on his neck. He got paralyzed. He's in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
It's happening in a lot of professional
football. He can't even move his arms. He's sitting like this in the wheelchair.
It's horrible.
For the rest of his life. And it happened. There was something similar. He got flipped over, landed on his neck. And I've said it plenty of times. And you see, especially, I think, Harry Kane. He was notorious doing this.
Terrible. Harry Kane is terrible for it. Terrible.
Yeah.
He does it 3 or 4 times a season. Harry Kane does, and he's got away with it so far. And he never got penalised, did he, in the Premier League for it, Harry Kane?
Stu, what I will say is, though, I just want to cover all aspects on this from a coaching point of view, and more like the medical side. So you're right in what you said about Dallo, that forearm coming up, that contact.
If he'd done it
deliberate,
middle of the back, if he'd done it middle of the back, somebody like your size, Mark, and you're probably Semenyo, you're probably similar. Yeah. Somebody your size, you'd been able to take it. You'd have gone down, wouldn't you?
But if you look at how high he jumps, his arse is almost at the height of his head. So I don't think he's getting it back. Do you see what I mean?
I get it. I get it, but Dallo's got to be sensible then and don't go for the tackle, in my opinion, because. And I've said this as well, by the way. I've been elbowed so many times in the throat, in the top of the chest, in the head by strikers. I expect it. I do. I know it's coming, and I expect it. How many times have you been? Because I would have done it to you on the back of your neck. How many times?
Back of the head, back of the neck.
Yeah,
and that's enough to paralyse you. So this is what I wanted to sort of quickly just touch on.
It is. It's wrong. It's all wrong.
So, Stu, you could come at me, and like you just said, you're going for the header, you put your forearm up. Maybe I catch the point of your thing, but if I catch it right in the wrong spot at the back of my neck, I could be paralysed.
Correct.
If I go for an overhead kick and the defender puts his head there, I could snap your neck.
Yeah.
Because I'm going with so much force to hit the ball, and I hit your head instead of the ball. Again, you could kill someone. Football isn't some soft game where these chances aren't there. So if that's a red card, an overhead kick in this, really, if the defender goes and he makes contact, is a red card.
But that's different.
Because it's
that's different. No, that's different. That one. It is.
If the ball's not there and I kick you in the face, I could knock out your teeth. I could break your nose. They have to lose a player. You know.
But we as defenders,
guys, you know,
defenders, no,
we can't defend this behavior. I think even though it's Dalot, because we've seen it happen against Sesko time after time, and Sesko will be targeted by smaller defenders going into his body trying to flip him over.
Martinez does it all the time because of his lack of height.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, but you know, you can't do it. You know, I can't understand why the referee don't go harder down on stuff like this. It should,
and another side,
be allowed.
Stu, you know this. If I came running and tried to flick the ball on and you're standing on holding the line as an offside, yeah, you know you're not going to out jump me because I've got momentum and you're holding the line. And I go up, I win their header, I can still flip over you by just making contact. And I've seen it. I remember, I think it was back in the 90s, a player got held upside down by his legs, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But the difference on that one, the difference on that one is I'm prepared. Dalot is running in like that. He's turning his back on him, and that's the difference. When Semenyo's in the air, watch.
Check it. Look. If you go slowly.
Just look at him at maximum jump.
But look at now he's taking power and coming in with his shoulder. He's never going to jump in this situation.
He's not jumping. Semenyo's down and crouched, ready to go. Dalot's not. Dalot is coming to simply knock you out of the way. It's terrible.
But you see what I mean? He couldn't hit him in the back, Stu. I know what you're saying.
He could have gone up, hit him in the back. Even that's not great, but he could have. And Semenyo wouldn't have gone. I mean, the way the Semenyo drops, he almost went down like that. I don't like challenges.
I agree. I'm saying I don't think Dalot could have done much.
No.
What he should have probably tried to do was catch him, and he doesn't.
Yeah,
he rolls
stand
away.
off. Stand off and let him chest it or let him flick it.
Maybe we should cover that. As a defender, you can't win that ball, so therefore you shouldn't have even been in there challenging for it because you weren't getting there. But this should have been a red card both ways.
Yes. So this is the thing, you know, Semenyo firing on all rockets and going for the throat. It's a push, but it takes a grab. And you know, it doesn't matter. A choke is a choke. So if Casemiro gets a red card from something like this, Semenyo should get a red card from this. You know,
it's a red card, but I've got no problem with it because I probably would have punched Dalot if he'd done that to me.
Yeah, I sort of thought the same, Stu. I thought the same. Like he's reacting to a potential life-threatening injury. Semenyo's not that type of player. I mean, look, everybody says that. He's raised his hand, and by the letter of the law, that's a red card. Yeah. And what I'm going to say is, who's the one in Smith or whatever is the right back, isn't it? If it's in between the two players, Jones,
Smith, I think. Smith, yeah.
Smith and Jones, that'll do me. If he wasn't there, I think both hands go around Dallot's neck.
They probably do. And again, I get it.
And then he would have walked no matter what because
he should have walked anyway. Because any kind of contact up there is red.
So please tell me how VAR don't look at that and say red card just from that.
I don't know.
There's about
if it's gone to VAR, it's an automatically red card. There's nothing they can do about it. It's by the letter of the law, it's a red card. It's a choke, and choke is not allowed. It's an offense, and it's a red card.
Was just as aggressive on his own player. It's just down the face, wasn't it? That he still just jabbed him in the. You know, it's still a jab in the throat at the end of the day. He's gone to grab him, and as he's pushed through him, it's still in the windpipe. But you know, I think Dalot was trying to wind him up as well because they went at each other for the whole game. They done well both to stay on.
Yeah, but like I say, if I was Semenyo and Dalot done that to me, I'd have put Dalot on his ass. So I've got no issues with it. And I would have walked off, by the way. you know. But it should have been a red. No problem.
It's a good
Superfly
comment
guy's
from,
right. That
from
is worse
Tyrone.
than what Casemiro done last season and got a red for. So,
But I like the comment from Tyrone, big up Tyrone, saying Semenyo is reacting like that because he knows Dalot deliberately took him out, and I think
true.
also that's the reason. So again, but if you look at the referee, then how do you think? It could have been 2 red cards, but he let the game go, and give 2 yellows, and leave 11 players on the pitch for both teams. So in a way, it could have ruined the game.
Yeah, it's referee discretion, isn't it?
well, look, you can see the referee right there. He sees it. He's in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
Yeah, he's there.
He's straight at that.
Yeah, he sees it.
But what I will say is, Stu, we've just touched on it. The touching of Semenyo in the air is not in the rules to be a red card. It should be.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Yes.
So the ref's going to see that and go, fucking hell, mate, you could have seriously hurt him. No wonder he's reacted like that. 2 yellow cards is the right decision because of the laws. We're talking about an unwritten law where you don't do that to a player. You just don't.
It shows a good understanding for the situation and the
I thought he refereed it quite well, to be honest. I didn't
he
think
certainly let a lot of contact go. A lot of contact.
Yeah, I don't think he was a bad ref, to be honest.
No. But if you're going by the letter of the law, it should have been a red card, and only because of this. We all remember this situation.
Well, he doesn't even touch his neck. He's got his collar of his shirt.
But he's got 2 hands on him, though, so it's a red card. He's got 2 hands, Mark.
He's holding his shirt.
Yeah, but he's got 2 hands on him. I know what you mean, but effectively he's got 2 hands on him. It's Will Hughes as well,
back without putting your hands around their throat by grabbing their shirt. But Stu, we've been there. We've seen it.
I tend to do it there. I do it there. I do just below the neck.
Yeah,
get away
right
with
there.
it.
And lift it up. Right.
You can get away with it there, and then you can grab his.
It might turn into an ice hockey match over the top, pulling the shirt down, and the fish come in.
Yeah, that's it. That's where I normally do it there.
Guys, we are on 60 likes, so if you haven't even smashed the like yet, please do us a favor, smash the like. I think we should have been at 100 likes right now because we have so many people watching. It takes you half a second. Press that thumbs up. But for me, just to conclude on this, I think the referee did the right decision. 2 yellow cards, could have been 2 red cards, but I would have felt maybe even though I'm a Man United supporter, it would have been harsh to send Semenyo off after an incident like this.
See, that's where I disagree. That's where I disagree, and I'm gonna be the bad guy here. I think the correct decision was what we came to by the letters of the law and what I have seen since VAR has been introduced. He has to go because yet again we will find another in 1 week, 2 weeks from now, or we look back over 2-3 weeks. This has happened and they got a red card. So it's inconsistency, and that's what VAR is there for. And I can see how the ref has refed it in the game and gone, no, it's 2 yellows because he could have hurt him. I would have been sending him off. And I think it's a fair balance. But at the same time, VAR should be going, no, he's put his hand on his throat. Did you see that? Here's it from this angle. The hand does go around the throat briefly. Or it's just, whatever you want to call it. Could be a push away to the neck or whatever. If I push you in the face, like that, I'm sending you off.
Yeah.
By the letter of the law.
Right decision, mate. Yeah, I thought the ref balanced it, and I think rightly so.
The ref did the right thing, but technically he got it wrong.
Dallow's problem was this. If Dallow had gone over, as soon as the whistle went for the free kick and said, look, and put his arm on him and apologise, which I would have done.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a bad fucking tackle. But he didn't. He kind of walked away, didn't he? And that to me is red rag from a fucking bull. It really is. I remember when I broke my arm when I was elbowed in the back of the neck. I went down and bust my arm. And I'm looking around and I didn't know I'd done it at first. And the guy had fucked off and I chased him. You fucking dirty bastard. Have that. There are things on the football pitch you don't do. There, as you quite rightly said, Mark, there's an unwritten fucking rule on tackles like that. And somebody, and I really hope one of our lads got him in the dressing room and fucking told him and reminded him, you don't do that.
Yeah, probably the manager. We're fucking trying to sign him, you dickhead. You're trying to kill him.
Because it's fucking bang out. It's just bang out of order. That
But Roy Keane said it, didn't he? And we'll go back. Roy Keane said about the Haaland, I never tried to end his career. I just wanted to hurt him.
Correct. He said it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he is right. And I've been there. When someone came in at sideways on with their studs showing on the side of my knee, I lost it because I knew the angle he's coming in. He's only hit me in the back of the knee. And that would have buckled my knee. So I knew what he was going for. The ball was on the floor. So there's only one way. He wasn't stepping across me. He was going for my legs.
He was going for you? Yeah. I had one Saturday backing into me, and we were having a bit of banter, and then all of a sudden, bang. Back fucking heel onto my toes, bang. And he started fucking, raking it in like that. Oh, you fucking bastard. Did it on purpose. No, it was from a goal fucking kick. I know, and to be honest, and I'm wincing, but it fucking hurt Mark, I tell you, because he kind of fucking bastard.
Nothing worse. So,
guys, conscious on time again. 1 hour already into the show. Let's start. We have a lot of goals to go through. So the first goal, we all remember this. Casemiro is on the ball. You have Dalot on the wing, and Mason Mount central in front of Casemiro here. And again, you see three. You don't see the last one, but it's three attackers from Bournemouth not connecting with the midfield. And we are able to stretch them out and shift play to the other side where the opening is. And if you look at Mason Mount here before Dalot gets the ball, Mount is so intelligent in how he moves. The pass goes out to Dalot, but Mason Mount goes in here and drags the defender with him and creates a one against one situation for Dalot. And it's all against it's Mount's movement. So if you see here, the pass goes, and look at Mount, just drags the defender with him, and now we have Dalot 1 against 1, ready to do the step overs, cross in, and the goal came from Ahmad in the end. I don't know if Cunha.
He never touched it. He never touched it. The spin on the ball never changed. So I looked carefully for
that. He's entitled to go for it. I don't know what I don't know what anyone was moaning about on that one. I couldn't quite understand it. He's entitled to go for that. It was a brilliant cross, tantalising. He was no way interfering whatsoever with anybody.
Which is what about?
Cunha. Yeah, which is what they were claiming.
No, he was onside anyway.
He was onside. Yes, it's completely onside. But he wasn't even interfering. I think they were trying to get him for interfering, line of sight, weren't they, with Petrov? No fucking chance. No fucking chance. You've got to be able to go for it. The keeper, shite. Period.
But Jarvis, if you go back to the very first, before that pass from Casemiro is played, we talk about attacking play, and I'm just gonna tell you something where I actually would have been going mental at Cunha here, and Stu, you can jump in afterwards. So you see when Casemiro receives the ball, right where he is, and he clearly turns to go the other way.
Yeah.
The central centre back, I think it's Senesi.
It's Senesi though.
Yeah. As soon as Senesi turns his body shape and closes off, Cunha should have been running on the blind side of him in, and all Casemiro would have had to do is thread an eye of a needle pass into him. That's the kind of attacking play I'm talking about.
Because Senesi needs to turn this way.
Yeah, but even if it's straighter, do you know what I mean? Even if it's just straight into the box from there, because that's going to create a huge gap.
But you could even put the ball straight in behind here for Cunha.
But that's the kind of play we're missing. So when we're saying about attacking play, so if you just roll it on like 1 second, that defender shifts his body weight from being left foot to being right foot dominant.
Right, stop it there. I'll tell you why, Mark. Everything you just said is absolutely spot on, mate, in terms of attacking play.
But the ref,
just look at the ref, number one, but look at the way Senesi changed his body position. He squared up Casemiro in many ways. I know it isn't like for like, but he squares him up And
I think it's
that's
Diakite, the other one. I'm not sure. If
whoever it is, anyway. That's the reason Casemiro went left rather than attempt to play Cunha in. Because once you're squared up, you're then it's easy for you to go right or left.
Mm.
And that's the only reason. You're absolutely right, but that's the only reason.
That's what I'm saying. If Casemiro, if Cunha makes a straight run, he's got to now turn back towards him.
First time passed by Casemiro, I agree. A little loop in it, correct. But as soon as whoever it is, I'm with you. I can't tell. Whoever it is, squared up, Casemiro's trajectory had to change, and the ball out to Dalot was abysmal. By the way, it
was a hard ball, wasn't it? It was a hard ball.
Yeah.
He avoids the referee on the touch. The ref has to get out of the way, and then he has to wait for Mount.
Place it behind him.
Hit it into Dalot's path because the angle was gone.
Now this is where Cunha does get cute.
Yes.
Because he remains behind the defender, whoever he is.
Yeah, defender's just checked.
Yes, and that's what gives him that that run into the box.
It's number 18 is Diakite.
That's Diakite, is it? Okay.
Yeah. And so if you play it on
Diallo, so.
But again, I think the movement from Mason Mount is helpful in this situation. It gives Dalot a lot of time. But I think the defender didn't expect Dalot to take him on and cross. He was probably expecting him just to lay it off to Casemiro again, because Dalot is not good 1-against-1. He's not a dribbler. But sometimes he do his step overs, and tonight he was one of those games. He did really well, and.
It was a 1 in 100 cross from Dalot, but he puts that where he puts it and doesn't put it straight in the keeper's hands.
It's a good cross, and
fantastic cross. Fantastic.
And to be honest, Cunha should really be scoring.
Yeah,
he's not actually that high off the floor. I know his leading leg is high, but that grounded foot is only probably about 1.5 feet off the floor.
Yeah.
But I think it's the ball, the curvature of the ball. I think it comes down really quickly, and
he dips down fast. But what Ahmad does is brilliant, actually attacking play. So where he jumps, Stu, you know this. Now you can't go for that ball because if you hit him in midair, it's a pen.
Oh no, you ain't got to hope it hell. No, you just got to let it play out there, Mark. Nothing you can do, mate.
It's one of those. It could roll down and come off his toes, down his chest, off his knee, and in. But by doing that, no one can go for it.
He could have got a boner, Mark. He could have got a boner and do 3 keepy uppets on it, and nobody would have touched him.
You know what? That was what I was going to say he could have scored with, but I thought I'll keep it.
Nobody would have touched him, Mark, because you can't. It's a pen. So what do you do?
It's just smart play. That's actually smart play, and that's what annoys me about him because that's how smart he actually is.
Yeah, smart play.
I will see if I have the Semenyo goal.
It's fantastic goal. That. Catherine.
I'm do a couple of comments too, and I will find this Semenyo goal. I have 2,000 clips.
Loads in the chat.
The chat is going tonight.
Yeah, and the madness 6927. I'm in the middle of moving house, and I'd say I had a picture on the wall. It's a wall plug thing, thingamajiggy, whatever it is. Bruno Casemiro protects nothing. From Rosmano, wide open again. We must get midfielders. I think we all agree with that.
Well, hang on. We took Casemiro off and nothing changed. So can we keep Casemiro's name out of that? Because it didn't change when he came off the pitch.
Quick one here. Simon Hooper from CRM P31 says support Bournemouth in disguise. I think he's having a pop at Catherine No Nonsense McDade is calling it a night. Good night, Catherine.
Good night. Rushmano is in the chat. Big up, Rushmano. I hope you enjoy the game at least. How was the crowds reacting to the draw? Were people displeased or were they happy? Were they buzzing?
Jakey said the fans were brilliant.
Yeah,
and he's in the TRA end. Jakey he's hardcore.
So Stu, I wanted to touch on that because I had some mates there and they said it was proper rocking, like
rocking, like Old Trafford.
Proper Liverpool, Newcastle, you score, we score kind of game, right?
Rocking
in the 90s. But it felt like the TV commentary turned the sound down. on the crowd?
Yes, it did. Yeah, Jakey said it was rocking.
And this is where I talk a lot about narratives from media. If it was that loud, they turned the crowd down, who would have easily been getting behind either team to try and score. Either that or everyone was in the toilet, like trying not to shit.
When they scored, when they scored, and the camera on the corner flag, right by the away fans.
Yes.
You can hardly hear them, but they were going
exactly
nuts. Yeah, they were going nuts, apparently. Well, they were.
Well, I could hear it later on, further down the other end when Semenyo scored. I could hear him singing Semenyo's song. So
Semenyo's song, yeah. Absolutely. Jakey said it was rocking. Absolutely rocking. He loved it.
It's a weird one at times.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, how's Jarvis doing? Has he found the clip?
Yeah. It's good. It's good. So I got it. We are here. So another long ball and another duel with Semenyo and Dallo. And if you look at Semenyo, he's brilliant in the air. His timing. He jumps really high, and it's hard to win the duels. The counter press, winning second balls. We have Mason Mount there taking down the ball right away. But
this goal. Press. 2 individual mistakes, and that's all I'm going to say on it. Luke Shaw, horrendous touch, probably should have just cleared it, and then Heaven, inexperience. I think he should have come across, and that's what Mason Mount.
What about the Mason Mount pass? Yeah, I think
we'll leave that to our centre back here and see what he thinks.
But don't you think Mason Mount puts Luke Shaw under trouble here in this situation?
Yes, he does. By turning inside.
I think he plays it first time, Stu. I think if he plays that first time down the wing, look there, bang, first time.
Yeah, Shaw should have taken it, but I think Mount should have turned and hit the wing, hit Cunha earlier in the attack.
I know what you're saying, because we've been exploiting that all game, and that one time we didn't.
Correct.
So,
what about our 2 central midfielders? You have Bruno, you have Casemiro. For me, I would have expected in a situation like this, the ball ended up here, and there would be a possibility to play the ball inside.
I think he does.
None of them opens up and is available in this play.
The problem is Shaw doesn't see Kluivert. That's the problem, because Shaw's not braced for Kluivert.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he expected the pass.
No, I don't think he expected the pass, but B, he's not braced for Kluivert. That's why Kluivert, I thought it was a bit rough, but I didn't mind it. Comes in, shoulder barges him, one for the better. I didn't think it was a shoulder barge. I thought it was lower down the arm for me. It wasn't shoulder to shoulder. Catches Shaw by surprise, out muscles him, ball into Semenyo, away you go. Now, everybody rounded on Heaven, and rightly so, because Heaven should have come across. But I want you to watch Heaven first. I want you to watch him, and I'll explain my reasoning behind it. But I'm not protecting him.
So we lose the ball in this situation, and Semenyo, he's quick, he's strong, he's still Mason Mount and Bruno is sprinting full sprint, but they can't catch up with Semenyo even when Semenyo has the ball. They don't have the chance. And you guys are talking about the central centre back, Heaven, and you would like him to cut off the lane for Semenyo in this situation.
I want him to step across square, not running backwards, so he starts to hold the line.
He can't do it there.
Yeah.
Because if he does it there, the ball's into Evan Nielsen.
Yeah, because then the ball goes here.
Yeah, just watch Heaven though. I just want you to watch something quickly that I noticed during the game, and you might not have the clip. I don't know if you play it on. I know you haven't got the clip. Moments before, Heaven's looking for where Evan Nielsen is, so he's slightly taking his eye off Semenyo.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's done that because he's been a bit of a victim of being a coach's pet. I'm afraid his job was Semenyo. It was Evan Nielsen. That's Heaven's. He was his man. So when he was looking for him, he was trying to see where Evan Nielsen was. And when he did that look, that's what caused him the problem. Because Mark was right, because I saw him put it in the group chat. He should have gone across. He didn't need to go across all the way to Semenyo, but he's doing his job. by the letter of the law for Amarin and the coaches by monitoring Evan Nielsen. That was his man.
But Stu, that's not entirely what I mean. Jarvis, obviously, if you need to come out, just do
No,
it.
no,
Let's
no.
go back a few seconds.
I'm talking about Heaven.
I'm going to talk about Heaven here.
Yeah,
so as he enters the 18-yard box, he heads back towards the near post. I think that's where he should keep going, because if he slides, that ball can't be pulled back because he's got in front of his defender. Yeah. So if from where we are paused now, if he was just 1 or 2 steps over towards the corner of the 6-yard box, you actually see him running back, and he's moving this way towards the goal. Where if he just 1 or 2 steps towards the ball diagonally, I don't think the shot gets through, because I think he can throw his body at it and block it.
No, I agreed. But if you push it back, I'll tell you where I think he should have gone across.
It's literally about 1 or 2 seconds before. Here.
Keep going to Semenyo being out of the box. There. That's where we should stop it there. That's where he should have gone across, because he noticed that it looks like Ahmad. Is it Ahmad?
No, Euro's outside.
No, it's Euro.
Euro is back in and covering Evan Nielsen. He should have gone across now, Mark.
What does he need to know there, Stu? He's clearly not been told to go over. I've got your man.
Correct. That's about what I was going to say. Euro shouts, go and track. And once you've done that, Bruno can come in and cover in front of Evan Nielsen, and it's an easy way to defend. But I just wanted to point out, because I think it's really, really clear, everyone's gone in on Heaven, and I get why.
Yeah, but this is a good mistake to make.
Yes, but there is an issue where you haven't quite got the clip, Jarvis, but in the build-up play, you still see Heaven look over to see where his man is. Because the first rule, and we all know this, guys, because we all play football and everyone does, you're supposed to stay with your man. And if you don't stay with your man, you get somebody to come across and cover your man, which enables you to go out. And it didn't happen with Euro. And that's the point I wanted to make.
No, I agree.
That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say about it.
So just roll that on. Just roll that on then, Jarvis, just to sort of so we can see what me and Stu are saying. Watch how he sort of diagonally comes back towards the goalkeeper instead of just moving in a straight line.
Correct.
There. If he just went in a straight line, he was level with the 6-yard box, I don't think they score. Now, that's fine, because he picked up his man. But Euro has left the man at the back post, who is his man, because it's 3 centre-backs, 3 strikers.
Yeah.
And he's clearly not spoken to the player to push him on. But at the same time, I think he's also not spoken. Dallo's not spoken to Euro to come across, or Bruno's watching the ball rather than watching the players. They don't talk.
There's also another issue. There's also another issue, Mark. Again, Jarvis, you haven't quite got it, but as soon as Semenyo gets the ball and Mount's running after him, he's beckoning Heaven to come over. Well, what he's done there is actually stall his own run. He's actually stalled his own run. Forget Heaven. By doing that, he stopped his own run. So he stopped himself getting back on level terms with Semenyo as well. So it's an absolute comedy.
But he couldn't catch up. He couldn't catch up. Semenyo is too explosive. That's the thing. We don't have the legs in the midfield.
Anyway. He stopped his run
anyway. That's why you drop and go early. That's what me and Stu are trying to say. As a defender, you just make that run into your box early and cut off where he needs to be.
But guys, you haven't mentioned one thing. That's the goalkeeper. I think from an angle like this, the goalkeeper should save it.
No, great goal, Jarvis, me old mate. That's a fabulous strike. Well, I love a goal like that, pal.
Put it in the net, Jarvis. Put it in the net, and I'll tell you what the keeper does wrong here.
That's a brilliant goal. Look where it aims, right just inside the post.
No.
Great goal.
You've got to go with your hands there.
Great
goal. You've got to go with your hands.
Okay.
I just love that goal, Jarvis, because for me, that's pinpoint accuracy as a striker. I'm not a striker, by the way. You know that, guys. I'm not a striker.
It's the movement away from the goalkeeper goes. So that means as he strikes it, it's closer to the goalkeeper from where it finished. So if it goes with his hands, he should push it out. Okay, would have gone into a danger area. I just feel he should have gone with his hands. but he was also probably aware that if someone's going to dive in, it could deflect, and he wants to keep up. So again, it's how he's trained.
But the accuracy of
goalkeeping aspects.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from the accuracy. I think the accuracy of that strike, just inside the post, magical. Do you know, Rock? And I know, by the way, that Trevor Brooking never meant to, or was it Glenn Hoddle never meant to hit the inside of the stanchion back in the 80s. But the perfection of the postage stamp that allowed that ball to jam into the stanchion was perfect. And that's what Semenyo did. To me, it's perfection, that goal.
Oh, yeah, it was same as Bruno's free kick in my eyes.
Oh, fucking exactly. That's my next thing. Yes, I'm sorry, Jarvis.
Guys, Stu, can you do me a favor? Count down from 3.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, guys, girls. Rush Mano, the legend, just gifted 20 Tactical Devils memberships. Thank you so much, Rush Mano. You are a legend. You are always a legend, coming in with all those memberships.
Legends. Let's see. Let's have a look.
You want to do the first 10 and I can do the last 10, or?
We'll do the first 10. So we have, hold on. I'm going to the top. So we've got Unicorns.
Unicorn Sky.
Libro Salford. We have Mark Nurse. His name member. Shea Bork, 1958. Andrew Kramer, 8197.
Kramer.
Red Devil Studio. H. Burke. Is that Harry Burke, maybe? Henry Burke? Who knows? We've got Nameplace. No, Naeem Patel, sorry. 9920. I'm sorry I butchered you. John Apai.
You forgot the left-sided donor.
Have I forgot left-sided donor? Where's that one?
Yeah. The lopsided donor.
The lopsided donor above nameplate.
Donor, yeah.
Donor, the lopsided donor. Sorry about that. Yeah. Is that my 10 then, Jarvis?
Nah, you can keep
Crosling, Frey Crosling, Mo Ali, 24.
And we have Tyrell Gunner TV. Yes. We have Lazu. We have Aaron. Big up Aaron, one of our moderators. We have Full in Mud, Skills, Moment Lapse, and Jaden, and Chet K8413. So that's the 20 new members. We have a huge membership club right now. Guys, thank you so much. You could become a regular member for as little as £1.99. And thank you so much, Rushmano. And don't forget to thank Rushmano in the live chat for the gifted membership. Thank you.
Just before we go on, this is the greatest name I've seen in a while. Benjamin Tesco. Absolute fucking superb. When you shoot, you're supposed to shoot across the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper just sat down and not in his toes shuffling to the right. But I love that name, Benjamin Tesco. Superb. Rushmano says he was right behind that shot, and he never had a chance.
I love it when people say he never had a chance, because my son is a goalkeeper. And the one thing I tell him, you dive for every shot. If you don't get down to it, you don't get down to it. And if you're a fraction late going for it, you're a fraction late going for it. But you have to make an effort. But I will not let him go with his feet unless it's down in that no man's land where it's hard to get your hand down to. So, I hate that saying. I really do.
I think he could have saved it, but the precision of that shot was really good. So it's not an out and out mistake from the goalkeeper, but could have saved it.
Honest. Yeah. The next goal we are going to see, Jarvis, I've seen you load it up. That is an out and out mistake by the goalkeeper.
That's a huge goalkeeper mistake. Another set piece, corner kick. I don't know, guys, if you've analyzed this, but what do you see here? I see, for example, Lenny Yoro in the middle of the pitch, blocking the defender and leaving right here. He blocks out Casemiro's defender, and Casemiro gets a free run on the back post. That's what I see, and I think that's a move that they trained on. They set up in a way that's almost perfect. And even Bruno, how he crosses.
Jarvis, you say we worked on it. If you man the lit header from the other week, it's nigh on a carbon copy.
It is. Look at Lenny Yoro and the goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper's hilarious. I'm sorry. What he's doing
Quite
on his
funny,
knees.
that. I
the ball's
know,
hitting
it's
the
quite
ground.
funny, that. I know. What a tit.
But
I'm
again,
going to
you
say we are lucky that Luke Shaw didn't give away a free kick on the goalkeeper.
But look at the stance on Lenny Yoro. Lenny long legs. You know, no one shall pass.
There's
I like that.
there's about 5 penalties there, by the way. It's quite funny.
Yeah, I agree.
About 5 pens there, but
did I actually look for it, Stu? Only
nah,
the
not
World Cup.
anymore. Not anymore. They used to, but not anymore.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think it's a good goal.
Saturday. I got away with one Saturday, Mark. I was all over the attacker. We both fell to the floor. I made sure he fell on me. Ref, I pulled him down. It was a stonewall pen. They don't do it anymore. It's great.
No, it's
But
ridiculous.
the goalkeeper here, you know, he's just standing there.
That header is just, I mean, the header's weak anyway. It's like,
it's the best he can do with it. He has to head it down because of where it drops and the way he's come off. He reaches it late. But the keeper goes down when the ball's clearly already bounced, so it's on its way up.
It's like Bruno's goal against Wolves on Monday. I mean, how the fuck did that go in? The opening goal, I mean, it's just amazing. Anyway.
And look, there you go. He's in the goal. He opens his chest. His leg is behind the line. His hand is behind the line. Thank you very much, 2-1.
The guy's a clown. Unbelievable.
But yes, Luke Shaw.
What's his name? Petrovic. Yeah,
Petrovic, isn't it? Isn't he the ex-Chelsea keeper?
Yeah.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lola comes in and says Petrovic was cowardly today. Yeah, he had the stinker of a game.
He was terrible.
YouTube football analysis is 10% insight, 90% say, hear me out. Yeah, he could be.
I quite like that. He's put some decent comments, some funny comments on.
Cool. And I see we also have Teddy Morning. Big up, Teddy. I hope you're well. I thought Casemiro was peng today. I don't know what peng means, but
I think that's rubbish. Pants? No.
Yeah, most likely.
Teddy, you're talking to old people, old fogies. If you can let us know what peng means.
All the time. Peng used to be a peng ting was someone that was fit, someone that was good looking. So
yeah, I don't know what peng would be now. So if you can let us know, Teddy, we'd appreciate it, my old mate.
But I personally think Casemiro did his job. And even for the next one, Jarvis, if you're going to show their free kick, because that's a goalkeeping mistake,
Peng is good.
Had to make that foul.
Yes, Ted. Peng is good, apparently. Thanks,
but first of all, I want to show you the graph. This is the momentum of the game, and you know, if you look at the end of the first half when we scored, they had the momentum, and in the beginning of that second half, they scored 2 quick goals. We saw it against, was it Nottingham Forest? We were 1-0 up, and Forest scored 2 goals. And again, we slept in the beginning of the second half. Why is this? It's a tendency. We see this with Man United over and over again.
I think it's a lack of who the fuck do you think you are kind of thing. When people are criticised, I think there's tweaks at half time. People think they're playing well, but someone might just say, yeah, I just need you to be more to the left or drop back 5 yards. And they don't like it because every game they seem to come out consistently now and drop off. Interesting, Jarvis, you've put that up. Both our goals were against a run of play in the first 2-1 up. You know, so
they were terrible. But both our goals in the first half were woeful.
So which goes along to say what I said about beating their press, and then you might score. So
it's as bad as it gets. Yeah.
So we were lucky in some respects of how that's ended when you look at it from that with a graph of how it went. But the intensity, like someone put it early on, they beat us 3-0 twice. Every time they come here, they're scoring 3 against us. So one thing we're going to do today, lads, we're going to work our asses off. We're all going to get behind the ball, and they're not going to score. And then we will get our goals. And it just doesn't happen. But it's the same players. It's the same players who don't track back.
I kind of hear what you say, both here, but it happens. It happens. I mean, we conceded the most ridiculous goal ever on Saturday. It was awful. I had to look twice to see the ball had actually gone in the net, from the header. And I was walking back. I was thinking, what the fuck's happened here? I'm just looking at each other perplexed. Then all of a sudden, click, bang, you're at it. All of a sudden, you're at it. And that's all football is. Fair play to Bournemouth. I like a team that comes out. It's like I said, when you look at somebody, that manager who just calmly walks down into the dressing room, probably calmly walks in and said, you lot was shit. Here's what you're going to do. Just something like that. Probably that calm. Bang, 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 bang. Before you know it, we're 3-2 down.
Stu, I believe they were out. They weren't even in the changing room that thing. They just got back out on the pitch and were ready for us. Because the keeper's being warmed up when they're coming back from the
I saw that. Yeah. You shit.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, had to make sure he could catch something.
I just want to say big up V. No pun intended. I thought it was a funny comment, so keep them coming. Banter is always welcome in this channel.
I thought it was quite accurate looking at some channels.
Yeah, you need you've come to the right place, pal, for banter, and you were more than entitled to put your opinion. If you don't like us, tell us. It's no big deal, mate. Honestly. It's all good.
We got to be careful. Travis loaded.
Trevor won't give you a secret away, pal. Don't panic.
So we are at the beginning of that that's
crazy half.
Second half. Let's see if I have the build up. Yes, I have the build up. So again, I want to show you guys this. This happened. It's Dalot on the ball. It's a transitional game. They had an attack. We are on the transition. Dalot is on the ball, and you have Bruno centrally in the pitch, or is it Cunha? I'm not quite sure. The ball comes from Dalot.
Yeah, Bruno.
Terrible ball.
Yeah.
Terrible ball, and again, we are high in the pitch with our number 8. And what do the opposition team do when Bruno gets overhit? I'm not saying this is Bruno's fault by any means, but it's just what happens in situations like this when the number 8 is too high up.
Bruno's fault, Jarvis. The next bit. So focus on Bruno for the rest of it.
Here we go. It's Tavernet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I've given up. Someone else is coming across, so now I can pull over to the other side to pick up the runner.
Watch the run. Watch the run from Evan Nielsen. Absolutely brilliant. Right between the two. Over needle. Here we go.
But again, I think that the pace.
This is the free kick. This isn't the split up. This is the free kick that we give away for the
Yeah. So the thing is,
it's not the goal.
The pace from us, tracking back on transitions is terrible. The pace of Bruno, the pace of Casemiro, even Dalot don't have the pace to catch with Tavernier. I don't know if he's the quickest player in the world, but he looks like it. With the ball, again, we can't keep up with the guy carrying the ball. Same with Semenyo, carrying the ball with pace, and we can't take him down, or we can't catch up with him. But eventually, Casemiro tries the best he can do, and I don't even think he touched him, it was hardly touching him. And Tavernier, he was tired. He just dropped on his knees and took the free
Jarvis, that was the right thing to do there, because he's got a ball to the right and he's got a ball to the left with 2 centre-backs, or he keeps running. So if Casemiro doesn't take him down, they're going to end up with an entry of 3v2 into the box.
Yes.
He is so right to make that, and he got back, and as soon as the player was about to play the pass, it was that change in speed that enabled him to get in and make the tackle. He's always the only player that does this on our pitch. He's the only player that does the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm going to kick your legs from underneath you so that you don't score. I always remember that one back against Newcastle where he absolutely won someone and got a red card. And that's why he's going to be banned. But he's banned because, again, one of our 2 Portuguese players gives the ball away when there was a simple pass to someone's feet and they try and play a Hollywood pass to their best mate.
Yeah.
It happens in the game multiple times tonight. And that's what I mean. I could have given you, if he played that ball to Cunha, none of this happens. Right at the very start.
So again, I think this is Dalot. the transition is on Dalot, and what happened next? The free kick. We all saw the brilliant free kick. Was it Tavernier on the free kick also?
Yeah,
Tavernier. Yeah, scored. Yeah.
But the thing is, I just wanna talk a little bit about this before we show the free kick. Casemiro got his yellow card, and he will miss the next game against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And now we have the AFCON coming up. 3 other players are missing, and 4 with Casemiro. What are we going to do about this?
Mainu plays. Simple as.
I think he'll play. Yeah.
I think that Jarvis. I think there's a change in formation coming. This is all this talk about formation change that everyone was alluding to. Yes, we played multiple formations today, and what I said with AFCON coming, we're losing 3 right-sided players. We're gonna have to change. We've only got Dorgu and Dalot who can play right and left wing back. So we either have to change a different formation, and I'm gonna piss my pants if it's 4-4-2. Because I think that's going to be great. But we still don't even have a second striker unless we're going to play Xerxes and Sesko up front. Okay. But without Casemiro, that's why he got him off as quick as he could. Because now Mainu needs to start that link up. And that's where I will back the fans saying Mainu needed more minutes. Because we all know Casemiro's chance of a red card is quite high week in, week out. We know he's been on this yellow card now for 3 or 4 weeks, Stu. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's
been a while, yeah.
And every single yellow card he's picked up is a stop a transition that could have cost us a goal where the ball has been given away from our poor passing, like I said at the beginning of the show, but the other teams sit off us and wait for that to happen because we push too many forward. Casemiro, they can run off Casemiro against 3 centre-backs, and it's like 4-3-3. And he takes them out around the centre spot. But this time, the pass was so bad, took Casemiro out of the game. He couldn't even foul the player until the 18-yard box to get him back there. And I think he done the right thing. I have no issues with him getting a yellow card, but I do have an issue with the fact he had to do it, and now we have to miss him.
Yeah. But again, Dalot, sorry, Grace, but Dalot on this pass, he.
Well, he could have played the overlap on Luke Shaw. He could have played it into Cunha. No, he's trying to play the hardest pass to Bruno.
Can I just point something out, gents? And you're missing something massively obvious here. Go to the very end when Tavernier's been fouled. Go to the very end when Tavernier's been fouled. Look, Casemiro didn't need to foul him because Tavernier was walking into Heaven or Euro. He didn't need to do
I think I would be playing the reverse ball and that player's in. That's why I think
I'd let him do it. I'd let him do it. I would let him do it, and I'd take the chances. And this is where good centre backs and a CDM, I've always said it, Mark, have to have that conversation.
Yes.
Tavernier's about to fall now. You've got Heaven, you've got Euro. Okay, Dalot was out of it and Bruno was out of it. I agree with that. I do. Totally agree with you.
So chat, for instance, what Stu's talking about here is if I was a holding midfielder and he's defending, even during the game, he's going to go, I've got him. So you know not to take him. And then maybe you're going to follow into the box, or slide to force that pass so he can only play to the left.
Yeah,
He's not going to touch the player. But that's the inexperience of having a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old centre-back.
That was the point I was going to make.
Yeah, Stu, I got it straight away. And you're so right.
I was going to make, yeah.
Now we're talking about 2 goals we've conceded where the communication wasn't there. Now, as I've said many a time, I do under-18s football. My manager, which is my brother, is so he says it all the time, and we argue every year with the new under-18s. If they can't talk now, you can't teach them to talk. And I'm like, well, they're gonna have to fucking learn if they expect to move on in football because there'd be no reason you won't play.
I totally agree. Now, here's the thing about football. And this is why I love football, because Jarvis was 100% right. You were 100% right. And I just saw something different. And that's all football's about. That's all it is. Jarvis is right about the initial pass. You were right about Bruno, because that was as glaring as it ever goes. The ball should have gone to Cunha. We both know. We all know that. As football,
or even just retain it. Bounce it with short.
And I will always look at the defensive side of it. And that's disappointing for me that there wasn't that communication. And to go one step further, I'd have preferred Lemons in and around the penalty spot to negate if the
I
ball.
didn't see how high he was. How high is he off his line, Jarvis? At the end of
It was
the
about 3 yards off his line, I think. About 3 yards. I don't think he was on. There you go, 3 yards. 2 yards.
Yeah.
I'd have liked him around maybe the 6 yard line. He would have closed Evan Nielsen down or closed.
If he bends it towards the top corner, it means he can't save it because it's technically a lob. So
No, totally agree. But you have to take a risk, don't you, in football? You have to take your chances.
Oh God, yeah.
But ultimately, there wasn't that communication. And yeah, you're right. But you're both right.
Sydney coming in, by the way, I believe you're a Liverpool supporter, Sydney, but every fan of every club is welcome to the Tactical Devils. And she says Euro and Heaven will become top defenders for Man United. They are young and will make mistakes every now and then.
And the best thing you can
of the game.
Best thing you can do as a young player, make as many bloody mistakes as you can. If you're in the starting 11 for the first team, you're going to be heavily criticised, so you better get balls of steel. But this is why Obi and this is why Gabriel and people like that should not be in our first team. They need to learn these mistakes as they're growing through these levels, because
absolutely
right now, if you don't learn a mistake, you can't ever learn from it, and then you're screwed when you come into the first team. So they're going to learn from that. They're going to get picked up. Both goals you should have communicated. This week at training, that's all I want you two to do. I want you to hold this bib, or we'll get some rope. The old Arsenal tactics. Do you remember those, Stu, where they tied the rope around the back?
Yeah.
And I just want you to talk. I just want you to talk.
Conversations, key. It's key.
But have you got the actual free kick going in?
I have the free kick. I just want to bring out this comment from Nas. Big up, Nas. I hope you're well. He says this will sound crazy, but once you accept that this team isn't a top 5 team, you start to appreciate the ups and downs.
Yes,
they've improved under Amrim. Just need to look at the bigger picture, growing. And I think you are. That's spot on. I have to say.
That's perfect.
And Amrim said it himself.
Once we play good, sometimes we play bad.
Every time, Jarvis, you get me with that comment.
We love it.
We play good, we play bad. That's just how we are.
Be kind. She's lovely. She's lovely. Yeah. She comes in the channel a lot, Ted. So she's all right. We like Sydney.
It's just a bit of banter.
This is an interesting comment. DJ Superfly guy, we'd have been in a better position if we still had Eric Ten Hag. If we got him back, the players would appreciate him now after playing under clueless scammer. And sorry if you don't like it, but it's true. DJ Superfly guy, you can put anything on here. You know that part. You know that.
And in a way, he's right, because you don't know what you had until it's gone. A lot of us believe they threw the manager under the bus when they stopped working as hard as what they did the season before. So swings and roundabouts. The fact is, the players make the decisions, and then you have to deal with the manager that gets employed that you got sacked afterwards. So now you're going to have to either change your game or it's going to stay the same.
He's so annoying. That's all right, Teddy, lad. I know. Trust me, I know a lot of Liverpool fans. They are fucking annoying. You're absolutely right. But
and I have a couple of mates who's Liverpool supporters, and they're great. So it's just the way it is.
Yeah, it is. But no.
But I don't think you see the same type of banter maybe when you're older. When you're in the 40s, maybe pushing 50s.
There's more arrogance and banter between Liverpool and United fans.
She's great.
Right, Jarvis, before you press anything on this, anyone who's capable of standing up, try and do what the goalkeeper does. You need to touch something on the floor and you're going to jump upwards. Tell me if you can save it. Because that's what I'm going to tell everyone to look at here. It's bad technique, and this will need to be coached out of him. Unana has the same technique. So before he dives, he jumps upwards. He's a bouncer. And if they hit it on your upwards momentum, you ain't saving it, because you then got to land, then you got to adjust, and it's already past you. So it takes 0.5 of a second from the penalty spot to hit the back of the net from the average penalty. So from out there, you're taking at 1 second. You're bouncing up. You can't see the ball. You have to land. You have to dive.
Yeah, it's
So you're talking about Danny
notwithstanding-
Lamont jumping a little bit before
Yeah.
the shot comes.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding, it's the worst fucking wall on the whole planet of existence of football, because
Yeah.
he puts it between. He doesn't even put it anywhere near the wall because the wall's nowhere near where it should be. It's fucking terrible.
Well, do you know, Stu, looking at that, you see our player off the back of their 2-man wall. Well, that's
Yes.
a breach of the rules. You're not allowed
Yes.
within a metre of that wall.
No, and we've got our defender lying down, and all he's going to do is swerve it around the right side of the wall. That's all he's going to do.
And he keeps it hard and low, which
It's
is a
hard
good
and
way
low.
to take a free
Yeah.
kick.
Yeah,
But-
it's brilliant. But
You won't
Yeah.
see it on this clip, but when you watch it back on other things, you'll notice when they show the keeper from behind the goal, he bounces up.
he does.
before
He does
dives.
jump. Yeah, he does jump. Yeah.
And it's just, again, young. It's something maybe when you're in the Belgium league, they don't hit the ball as hard. This is what I was saying to you, Jarvis, when you were saying about his clips. They're not hitting it at the same level of Premier League player. Oh, perfect. If he's got it.
So
Jarvis is the cameraman tonight.
There you go. Nowhere near the main wall. I'll just
He has to shuffle because that little hop, then he has to step, and then he has to dive.
nowhere near the main wall. Absolutely
here
brilliant.
you see he makes this little skip and
Textbook
jump.
defending. I don't know what. Yeah, but guys, it's
His feet aren't on the
near.
tee. Do you see it?
It's
He
not-
jumps forward from the white line forward.
Yeah, but
Mm.
gents, it's nowhere near the main wall.
No, it's where the players were.
It's
And he
nowhere
misses
near
it,
the
if
main
anything.
wall. So he's going to see it late. I'm not excusing it, by the way. He's going to see it late. But the fact is, the main wall is miles away.
Mhm.
When it's in the centre of the pitch like that, you extend your wall. You
Yeah,
make it
five-man
five
wall
or
at least.
6, maybe 7 players. You put a big wall in place. Now, people will say, well, your goalkeeper can't see it, but he's going to have to get it over the wall to get it down. The fucking wall is there.
Yeah.
He scores here. Terrible. And Boomoo, what the fuck is he like? He was
Well,
having a
Cunha's
kick.
turned his back. Cunha's turned his back, and I don't know if it goes between Bruno and Cunha.
It goes between Bruno and Cunha.
Yeah.
And Boomo's having a kip. He's having a rest.
Yeah.
He was never in a million years.
Are you allowed when you are in the wall? Are you allowed to turn, or should you just stand? Because I'm certain you
Unwritten
should
rule,
always just
you don't
stand.
turn.
And if the ball hits you, it hits you. You don't turn your side to. Why do you stand in the wall and make yourself smaller?
You don't turn your side, no, but
No, Cunha is doing this. He's turning his
Yeah,
ass towards
yeah.
the.
people do.
Same reason you don't link arms. That is exactly the reason you don't link arms, because if one player turns and you're linking arms, he's going to turn you. But look at the gaps between our wall as well. It's not even tight.
Oh,
No.
I love the jump. I love the jump. I mean, crikey, the guys on the right are all jump. What the fuck are you jumping for? What are you jumping for? And Boomo's still sleeping. He's snoring at this point. Fucking terrible. It's the worst wall ever.
Ah.
Never seen anything like it.
But it is really good technique. He hits it hard and low. You can see
Goal.
he doesn't show
Good
any
goal.
body momentum and keeps his body down so
It's a good
people
goal.
can't see him till everyone's jumping. And
Mm.
it happens. Again, this is what I'm saying. Lemons has got still getting up to the speed of the Premier League, you know, but he's still better than what we had.
Yeah.
Facts.
Do you want to look at another wall?
Another wall.
Another
I've got
wall.
one in front of me.
No, their wall.
Their wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that wall.
We also had a brilliant free kick, and that was from Bruno.
God, it's fucking superb free kick. Absolutely
guys,
superb free
I
kick.
think this is one of the best free kicks we have seen in years on Old Trafford.
I thought it was more in the top corner than it actually was, Stu. You would have both seen. I put it in the thing. Postage stamp.
Yeah, the keeper was low down, wasn't he? Yeah, no.
He does the same thing. He takes a step to it the other way, and then he can't move back. So and this is savable. This is savable, Jarvis. And the reason I'll tell you it's savable. Who was the one who tipped it out of the top corner against Bruno? Where he cut inside and bent one right in the top corner and tipped it right out. A few weeks back. Do you remember? He sort of hit this absolute screamer, and the keeper gets up there and tips it.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't take this step to his right or left, I think he saves it. Because as the commentator said, it might have been Gary Neville. Like, he's got that side well covered. He's gambled. He's not thinking the wall's going to cover, but he takes a step behind the wall, which is criminal. Absolutely criminal.
I think it's a great goal. I'm going to give Bruno some credit here. I think it's a great
whip and bend on it, Stu. I'm
So
not.
what are you saying, Mark? He's taking one step in this direction.
Yeah, so he's got no way to get up. He can only get
his
across.
momentum this way.
Yeah.
Looks like a clock.
And to be honest, you know, that wall was back further than 10 yards.
Well, you know why, don't you? They were refusing to go back, so they were like,
"Yeah, he's penalised him. He's
I'm going
penalised
to redo the line behind you. Now get on that fucking line."
He penalised him. You're allowed to penalise an extra 5 yards, aren't you, or 3 yards, or whatever it is? And he's penalised.
Yeah, because you can't move it into the box for a penalty, so therefore you can move the ball back just slightly.
But even so, credit where credit's due. I thought it was a great fucking goal. I did. I was well chuffed when that went in. I thought, here we go. I said,
this is what I mean. So look where it actually. Oh, well, you probably can't tell where it's going to clip the bar. I thought it was stanchion-esque. I thought it was corner and post. You know, beautiful. But it's just outside that. And if you look where the keeper's arms are, where he comes down, if he steps the other way, he saves it.
The keeper's quite low.
Because he can't get his momentum to go up.
He stepped to his right.
Because he took that step to the right, Stu, he's now left foot. He can't shift his body weight onto it to push up. He can only push across. So that's what keeps him low. I'm just saying, like Pickford's prime example, someone put that in the chat. I think he pulled off some worldies like that. But it wasn't. Was it Sam Johnson or no? It's Dubravka.
It wouldn't be Johnson. Yeah, it certainly wouldn't have been Johnson.
No, Johnson had a mare as well. We'd be quite lucky with goalkeepers having a mare against us.
We fucking have. But
Henderson.
No, great free kick. I was chuffed about that.
Happy
Trevor
days.
comes
Happy
in,
days.
Mark. This is you. This is all happening in real time, and you are slowing it down. Macro critical in fairness on the Bournemouth keeper. Just appreciate a good goal when it comes along without criticizing the keeper. Well, you know, this is why we are here. We're analyzing the details, and you know, but I get your point, Trevor. I get your point, 100%.
Good goal, then. Good goal.
Good goal. Good goal. Good goal. So now I think. What's the count now? 3-3-0? 3-3?
Yeah, Cunha. Yeah, Cunha's now.
So now it's the Cunha goal. Yes.
Yeah, probably the goal of the game for me. Absolutely superb.
What the how we got the ball there?
I'm just taking the piss.
I didn't think it was the goal, Stu. That's what I mean.
I must admit, I thought Sesko did well. I thought his cameo was pretty good today. I liked him. I liked his aggressiveness.
He showed really good pace for someone who'd been out, didn't he?
And a big man. He showed a lot of pace. Yeah, I was quite pleased about this.
Cunha wins the ball, sets the turbo on.
Here we go.
Look at Bournemouth, how compact they are. You know, they always squeeze to one side. And, you know, this is Iraiola's football. He wants high intensity and press and use the sideline as the extra defender, but sometimes you struggle.
Sometimes it doesn't work. That is an example of how under eights defend.
Yeah,
Bumblebee football.
That's how. Or Sunday League football. That's an example of how they defend. Now,
I was really surprised he passed it. I've got to be honest, because I thought Cunha's in.
Yeah, in all honesty,
Amad's in. I think he could have kept going. But
in all honesty, it was and I'm not gonna eat his lunch for this. It was an abysmal cross by Sesko. You could see what he's wanting to do.
Yeah.
And
he's off balance. The ball's too close to his standing foot.
Yeah. And I was about to say also the defender here, Chevrolet, the left back, he got absolutely crucified for this. But it's a really difficult when you're running backwards. And that cross is coming in because he's aiming for Ahmad.
But you don't make the pass here. You make the pass here. This is where you put the pass.
Well, that's where you should do.
Yeah, you got a little bit of bend on it. You're aiming for like a 6 yard.
Can I just say though, Ahmad would have been offside. He would have strayed offside. I guarantee you now. Not because Chevrolet
offside in this clip.
Yeah, he probably is. Not because Chevrolet or whatever his name is quick or smart. Jarvis. It's just that Ahmad's a bit thick. Sometimes I mean, he just carried on running. So
but Ahmad's position, he sees the line. I think Ahmad is fine here. I think
he's done that.
I'm pretty sure he's offside.
I think it's tight. But anyway, I felt for the defender here, but this is where a decent attacking footballer. Yeah, thank you very much. He just kept going, Cunha. It's what I call clinical and precise. It was a surgical strike by Cunha, that was, because he just kept running, bang. And I liked it. Keeper had no chance. The players, he's like, please swallow me up at Old Trafford, Stretford End, and I've just gifted a goal. But there's nothing as a defender sometimes you can do about that. It's and I'm not. This isn't the defenders' union, by the way. There is sometimes guys you just can't do anything about it. But
maybe he could have smashed it out. He tried to cut it out rather than smashing it out.
But how many times, honestly, Mark, have you seen that come straight off your foot and into the top corner?
Yeah.
People were having a right pop at Voldemar for his header yesterday. I thought he was
too much.
I thought he was drastically unlucky. If you were a striker and you popped that in, you'd be fucking peeling away and taking the adulation. I thought he was hugely unlucky.
Well, there was one Luke Shaw done in the first half, was it? Or second half, he got back and he really got his neck and lifted it up and away to the far side.
Yes, yeah.
And I felt that's what he was trying to do for Newcastle. But I'm happy to have Sunderland winning 1-0.
What a finish, though! What a finish, though.
Ian Dowie.
Yes, but to be fair, fair play to Cunha, Jarvis. I think he deserved his goal. I thought he worked tirelessly tonight. To be honest,
it's good. He needs a little bit of confidence. I think he's too stressed out trying to score and do everything.
Boomer's away, isn't he, for 3 weeks? He'll be the main man now, Cunha.
Well, he might be only away for a week if they play Onana.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, he's going now, isn't he? Onana, I forgot. Yeah, he's going. But you'll see. I think you'll see Cunha kick on now.
Daniel P makes a good point in the chat. Sesko did, for someone who had a knee injury, he seemed faster than he seemed in any other game for us.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So I'm going to pose a question here. I know it's not question time. Has he been carrying a knock from the moment we got him?
No, I think you know what's happened, Mark. You just didn't say it. His injury was nowhere near as serious as we all thought, because Jarvis is right. And the injury like that, 6 to 8 weeks, he's been back 4, 5?
Yeah.
4 to 5 weeks, yeah.
Right. I don't think the injury was as serious. I think they've got him up to speed, fitness-wise, over 3 weeks. I think it's a 2-week injury, 3 weeks.
Gave him a break.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I posed the question, because
I know exactly what you were getting at, Mark. Because
So now we've got Martinez coming back, looking fit. Sesko. Oh, I am so much happy with how our players are coming back onto the pitch from their injuries now.
I think they're having 3 weeks, 4 weeks work of real fitness training.
Yeah.
And I noticed it as well. I thought he looked strong. I thought he looked really lean, bigger and quicker.
And obviously he looked great in that left-sided 10.
He was amazing. I thought when he came on, I thought he held the ball. I mean, he made some stupid.
Well, he cost us the last goal. I'm sure we'll come on that.
He did cost us the last goal. Yeah. He made some. Well, we're going to the last goal now, aren't we, Jarvis? He was terrible for that last goal. I don't know what he was doing.
I'm going to show the beginning. The ball comes from Sané Lamens out to Luke Shaw. You don't see Luke Shaw in the corner of the picture here. So Menu is applying pressure.
You can just see his tummy just by the arrow, just on the corner. You can see his tummy. It's just.
But I want you to keep an eye on this situation here with these 2 guys.
Yeah.
So in this instance, is this a free kick?
Oh God, yeah. For me, it was a free kick. It's a blatant block, obstruction.
You have no chance on the ball. He just goes directly in and tries to block Dallo. Look at him.
It's obstruction. So
why isn't VAR going back and looking at this? Because it's the 4-4 goal. It's in the 86th minute or something of the game. It's pretty crucial.
I don't know actually.
Consistent. This happened. Bruno does this later on in the game.
Right. Because I saw that.
Ahmad through. He steps across the defender and blocks him off, and they both fall to the floor.
Yeah, I did see that, Jarvis, and it's a nasty one because he's caught him with the top of his shoulder on the side of his face.
Yeah.
So it's a nasty one. and it was deliberate. There's 0. Yeah,
I
100%
was surprised this wasn't looked at.
So
was
am I.
surprised this wasn't looked
Yeah,
at
so am
because
I, yeah.
for the whole counter, Dalot is on the floor. Even after the
Yes.
goal has gone in and they're celebrating, he's
He's
still
still on the floor. He's still on the floor. And the ref goes up to him and said, "Get up," basically, didn't he? Pretty much.
Yeah.
That is where you can be your own worst enemy. How easy does Dalot go down normally?
Well,
and he's been giving it out all night, and someone's blocked him that time.
Yeah, but Dalot is watching Luke Shaw. He's just running forward, and the defender sees him and just blocks him.
And here lies the problem. And Mark's made a really good point there as well, is why are you still down? You know what's going on around you because you'll hear the crowd. So you know what's happening. So why haven't you got up, dusted yourself down and got back into the game?
Yeah, but Stu, you're not seeing the context. Dalot, as I'm seeing, he's watching Luke Shaw.
No, I'm saying the context.
And you know, when you crash into something and you're not aware, you get full impact. And I think that's what I think he really took a hit on the shoulder in his face.
No, I agree. No, totally agree. Totally agree. And I'm not trying to. I'm not offering a bravado scenario here either. But sometimes you would have done it yourself, pal. You know you would have. You would have gone down, got up, and limped across to.
Yeah, but you look at Dalot's head. It bounces back like this when.
It's terrible.
That's what I was just about to say.
Like almost a knockout.
It's a terrible decision.
Stu, in the first half, Bruno took one from Kluivert.
Yeah, but that was
out wide, and it was accidental. He's run into him. It's a clash of heads. Bang! All right, he's given the free kick. Now, if Dalot's down holding his head, he has to stop the play. Now, if Dalot's down holding his head and the ball is in the air, absolutely, I can understand. There's plenty of time to blow. But as soon as the player takes a shit touch, and it is a terrible touch, he just needed to flick it on or nod it out. You know, I really didn't care. And now he can't blow because he's allowed that ball to travel, not blown. And now you're going to stop it. And we're in the dying moments. We want to see football. We don't want that kind of thing. But now it's an inconsistency.
It's a terrible challenge. But the rules are wrong.
What I will say is I don't think FAR could go back and disallow the goal because of that tackle.
I think it should. I think it affects the game. It affects the play, and we have one man down basically because he he body checks him, and it should have been a free kick. You can't body check people on the pitch, even though you're not. If the ball is not around, it's something called interference, and you know it's a clear free.
13 seconds long, Jarvis. He stayed down for 13 seconds.
It affects the rest of the play. We have one man less in their transition because of this.
It's a shocking challenge.
It is a shocking challenge.
But
I'm with you, Stu. We would have been screaming at him afterwards. Why the get up? The best one, and I've seen we've got one in the chat, so I'm going to aim it at her. Sydney, I'm sure you remember the Suarez hallelujah moment where he goes down, rolling around on the floor. Liverpool win the ball back. He jumps up, sprints through, and scores.
Yeah,
hallelujah! You know. Yeah. And it's the same when defending, Stu, isn't it? You've got to get up and then you've got to go down again.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the ball came from Luke Shaw to the midfield, and there was a duel, a header, and
we lost out, didn't we?
And they transitioned on us.
Yeah, but watch the transition again. Our midfield wide open. Where's our parallel midfielders? What Ray said right at the start. Where's our 3-2 or our 4-1?
Manu's Bruno to his right. Yeah. Cunha to his left. Ahmad behind. I don't know who's on the ball. Is it what's his name? Jimenez?
They made changes at this point, Stu. It could be anyone.
I think it's Brooks.
Maybe I think it's Jimenez. Might be Jimenez still.
I think it might be Jimenez. Yeah, Brooks is 7, Jarvis. I think it might be.
Okay. But you know, they started running at us, and you know, when I look at a lot of the goals we concede, it's about players carrying the ball, running at us, and slow midfielders trying to catch up with them. You know, it's a never-ending story.
So,
although Ahmad did briefly dispossess him, he did
briefly.
I say briefly. Terrible.
So here, Stu, this is something which I was saying about. We don't go to the corners. That touch and finish is brilliant. I'm going to call that. We come back to that. But
it's a great goal.
When Gallo goes down, Sesko could have caught the ball in mid-air and gone head injury, right?
Yeah.
That's being smart because the free kick, even for deliberate handball, if you get a yellow, is on the halfway line.
Yeah.
When Ahmad gets this ball and he loses it straight afterwards, pull the player down, get the game stopped. Be smart.
He is. But let me tell you what should have happened. What should have happened is our good old Portuguese friend. If you go back just slightly, Jarvis.
Okay.
Just slightly, my old mate.
I already know.
Our good old mate Dallo, in perfect striking distance. He's like a coiled spring, ready to strike.
No, I don't. It's not Dallo. Dallo is down.
Dallo's down.
Whoever it is there. Whoever it is there, then. Who's that there?
Where?
There.
Who's controlling?
You've got Ahmad here, and then you've got who the hell's that then?
This guy.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Who the hell's that? Anyway, forget it. Whoever it is he's like a viper. He's coiled. He should have been bang.
Oh, Sesko. Sesko must have sprinted back.
Whoever it is, he should have been bang. You don't go back in that situation. You attack. You attack the defender. You go in 2-on-1. You give away a free kick. The end.
Sandwich him. Absolutely, sandwich him.
We win the game. That's where we lost the game.
And that's where we've done this multiple times now.
Yeah, apart from Dallo, Jarvis. Because we're all playing. He looks like Dallo. Look at him.
Yeah, I think it's Sesko.
It is Sesko.
Yeah. I'm trying to work out from the boots and who was still on the pitch.
Yeah, it is like Sesko. But watch his mannerisms. He is Dallo-esque.
It's Dallo-esque, yeah. But I have to commend the striker, the guy who came in.
Oh, the goal was fantastic, Jarvis, mate.
In between the centre backs, perfect position.
So the best thing about this goal, I can tell you now, most strikers hit it there. They hit that first time and try and bend it in the far corner. And to take that touch and just caress it.
It's a fantastic goal.
Superb.
It's a fantastic.
And that's what I keep talking about us. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to make that run into the box, receive a decent weighted pass, one touch, pass it in the corner.
It's a wonderful.
He does it.
Wonderful.
Passes that in the corner.
Oh, it is Dallo.
No, Dallo was still on it.
No, that is number 2, isn't it?
Dallo
isn't that number 2? Just circle.
Dallo must have got back up and run across.
Jarvis, Dallo must have had the eureka moment. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, guys. I know why. This is the 4th goal.
Yes.
Dallo was down on the 3rd goal. So
I'm confused now. Even I'm confused.
You now have too many clips. So
anyway, my point being,
let's go to the 3rd goal. Okay, this is the 3rd goal. This is where the ball came out from Luke Shaw over to the midfield. It was a header. Cunha lost the ball, and now we are seeing again same guy. I think it's Tavernier.
Tavernier just picks it up and runs with it.
Is it Kluivert to Tavernier?
It's Tavernier. It's Tavernier who makes the pass.
Yeah.
So straight away there, Bruno has jumped onto the highest, i.e. their CDM in the 8, where really, because of that space behind, he should have stayed on his man on that side, because it's been a long ball we played out. So we bypass Casemiro and he can't get up. But he keeps moving forward. He's in a good position there. Right now, if he's standing still, that's a good position.
Yeah.
Yeah, he moves forward.
Again, he has to go around the ref here. Poor positioning from the ref.
No, he does. Lovely, though, left foot play. I like it. Nice. I'll go with the ball. I'll turn with the ball. Nice.
Now, Casemiro is popped into the screen and he's screening the centre-back and Evan Nilsson. What you would want, Stu. You want Evan Nilsson and you want him screening the pass in. So now they're doing their job.
We kind of set up quite nicely. It's the pass, isn't it? Evan Nilsson, that's the killer. What's a
superb pass.
What's a pass. And touch. you know, sometimes in football, you got Duffy cap.
Yeah.
A great goal. It's a fucking
I'll
great
tell you what, Semenyo probably scores if the keeper even got down to it because no one's marking him.
No.
Luke Shaw's come all the way in.
Yeah, but Dallo is down. This is Dallo's man.
Dallo's down, but on the fourth goal, Dallo should have crunched. Yeah, whoever it was.
So many goals. Everything is just like a big
We're
mess.
all going, we're all going army break.
Production. I have like 10,000 clips from this game. There was so many interesting things going on. So maybe we will have to have a look at this game another time. You know, because time flies. Yes, big up, Ben. You're right.
We're confused ourselves, mate.
Jarvis is stitching us up with mixing the goals over each other. You know.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Anyway,
my fault.
I don't know if you want to show are you showing the saves? Because if it weren't for the keeper, we lost.
We can end the show by looking at Senny Lamans. You know, I think he had a poor game today, but at the end, in the dying minutes, he was outstanding. Again, you see here the cross comes in. And the beautiful oh, you didn't see it.
Can you share it?
Yeah,
there we go.
Can we just we talked about brilliant striking play. Can we just talk about David Brooks's movement and ability to get his fucking head on that?
What do I say about Mbermo's volley? That's what I feel Mbermo should have done with the volley. Just launched himself at it. Because you've just got to redirect it, haven't you? You don't need any power.
I just thought it was amazing.
It was.
Brilliant.
And he's a right back.
I know he's not. Well, he's midfielder, David Brooks. Really good player. He almost died of cancer, didn't
he?
Yeah. So
great save though, Jarvis.
Great save from Brooks, and one last save here from Senny Lamans in the 97th minute.
Brooks again. It was off Brooks again, I think, wasn't it?
Brooks again. Look at him.
He's in. Oh, look at this.
Watch how he covers the space. Bang, I'm out.
Oh, what a save that is. What a save.
But again, he gets too much on it. Stu. We've all been there. We come in the corner, we put it down the middle. And because of that movement, I'm not sure if he gets more whip on it, like closer to the corner, he saves it. But you got to keep it out the net. It's superb. He covers the ground quick and big and Courtois-esque, the way I looked at that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yes. So we went through all the clips. It's been a brilliant show, guys. We are 2 hours, 12 minutes into the show. I see a lot of people tuning in now. We had Peter, Alien Tenno. We had Ben coming in. I suspect you came from Noradin's stream. He's ended his stream. But at the end, man of the match, who did you rate, Stu?
But you know what? I'm going Cunha. I thought Cunha was outstanding tonight. He never stopped running. I thought he was great. So I'm going to go with Cunha, me personally.
Okay. Mark?
I'm going to agree with him. I'm going to give an honourable mention for Mount. I know Mount came off, but the way he played his position today and created that space for Cunha, I thought Cunha probably just edged it. And I'm glad he got his goal. And I'm right in thinking that was his first goal at Stratford end, wasn't it? The other one.
It's only his second goal for United.
Just looking at the celebration, it really meant something to him to score at Stratford end.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
As it should. Yeah, but he did worry me. He gave the old badger kiss. You know, only so many games in. Yeah. We've seen that curse happen a few times with a few players where it's like, oh shit, he ain't going to score again.
So he's off in January then.
Yeah.
So a lot of people agrees with you, Stu. Then ILP comes in, agree Cunha, man of the match, and same with Tyrone, Cunha, Trevor comes in, Cunha. So a lot of people rated Cunha, but an honorable mention is Ahmad. I think Ahmad had, especially the first half, was brilliant, and every time he was on the ball, he was dangerous. You know, he was a man on a mission today. You know, every time he ran at the defender, took him on, and tried to score. But maybe he should look up a little bit more and try to find.
You know what I think it is with Ahmad? I think when we're on top, he can play with freedom, but when we get push backs to the wall, he has to think about, do I go, do I stay? And he's like, he just doesn't know what to do. And that's what gets into his game. So that confidence has just got to come. So imagine he goes away now, plays for Ivory Coast, bangs in a couple of goals, comes back, great. But I just hope he's played still in a wide position. I don't know what formation they play. That's going to be a big, because if imagine they play him as a wide player, that's fine. If they start playing him in the front three, oh, Jesus Christ, he's got to come back and get that out of his head again, because he's young and players don't like it.
We are on 79 likes, so if you haven't smashed the like yet, please do us a favor and smash the like. We have been slaving in the kitchen for 2 hours 15 minutes. It's been a brilliant show. A lot of people tuned in. I want to thank everybody for the super chats, the donations. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Bilal. Thank you so much, 21st Century Vampire. Also, Grace Sheridan coming in actually with 2 super chats, and same with the 21st Century Vampire gifting 5 Tactical Devils memberships, and also the same 20 massive donation from Rushmano. Thank you so much, my good old friend. You know, it's brilliant. Thank you so much. I think it's time to wrap up the show. It's been a brilliant show, guys, and you know, you guys in the chat has been brilliant. So many good comments and always interacting with us on the panel. We may not read out every comment, but I read most of your comments all the time, and you know, it colors how we lead the narrative and conversation. That's the word I was looking for. So yes, it's been a brilliant show. So Stu, do you have time for one? We had so many questions coming in from Trev. I want to. One question from Trev. This one.
Best advice you've ever got from a manager? What was your best manager when you were playing? You said, "Oh crikey, advice." Probably from Alan Webb, the former West Brom player, and Port Vale. Was played for Albion actually under Big Ron, and when Ron got when he got the nod to go to Manchester United, he was going to take Webby with him, but the transfer was blocked at West Brom. But the best piece of advice he ever gave me was, this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous: tie your football boot laces correctly. I looked at him and I said, "What the hell are you on about?" He said, "Tie your boot laces correctly, because if you go on that pitch and your boots don't feel right, they're wobbly, they're too tight, too loose, you'll be shite." Tie your
How many slip-on pairs have you ever worn?
None.
Yeah.
Zero.
That advice is so spot on, because that's what I say about players that wear the slip-on boots.
And it's the most ridiculous piece when you think about it. It's ridiculous, but I remember telling my dad that, and my dad goes, "Well, you know why, don't you?" And my dad had to explain it to me. It was the best piece of advice I've ever had, and it's the most smallest piece of advice you'll ever get when it comes to football. Always tie your boots properly.
In a way, it's profound. So yes, we answered at least one of your questions. We didn't have time for a Q&A. I'm so sorry. We had a lot of questions coming in from you guys. Steve from Rushmano, DJ Superfly guy, and a lot of questions from Trev. So at least we answered one of your questions. So thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been a great show. Thank you, Mark, for coming on. Thank you, Stu, for coming on. I want to thank Cass, Never a Foul, for
what
the
a great
raid. We have had a big crowd tonight, 200 and almost 50 people watching at the most. So it's not every day on a small channel like this one. So thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been a great show. And yes.
Can I just pop in the link to my channel on the thing? You can jump over.
Please do.
Obviously, not everyone here is aware that we've shut down the Balls Out podcast, and obviously I've had to go solo. So building the followers is the hardest part, as these guys know. So I would just appreciate anything to help the algorithm out that Jarvis talks about all the time. So I'm just going to pop the link in, and if they can just jump over and give me a like, that'd be much appreciated.
So that's Mark's new channel. So guys, just press on the link he puts in the live chat. So everybody, go to this youtube.com/United Lens ML7, Mark Langridge 7. So guys, go subscribe to Mark's channel. And I was planning to redirect. I see Rich is still live, so we will redirect over to Rich channel. So guys, it's been a great show. Thank you everybody, and have a good night. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.